Yes, Soren, I get it. Captain Defiant is a top bloke. I mean, what a guy. But can I have my drink now? Hello there. Nice to see you again. But please tell me you're not going to start banging on about Captain Defiant. For this story, it was me, Reinhard, Celeb, Lazarus and Sigurd. We started out in the rat hole where we were gearing up to get ready to head out to get those muties back for what they did to Sigurd. Then before we know it, some Strigani bloke pops in and invites Sigurd to see Gilda, you know, Lazarus's Strigani fortune teller witch type thing. So in the interest of getting on with things, Sigurd and Lazarus buggered off to leave us to do all the damn work. Tea with Gilda was not what Sigurd expected, as first of all she was now looking like someone in her mid-20s rather than that old crone that I was led to believe. She seemed incredibly interested in the situation and how it was developing in town, but Sigurd didn't really dig too much into that, though she was happy to assist us wherever the traveller can. She did mention that the current lord had been very naughty and had wronged them about 3 years ago, which coincides with the time that he took on the big chair. After she tried to shag Sigurd, in which now I think would have been a bit weird as there was another bloke in a vale in the corner that was barely noticed. I mean, they are Strigani and we recently might have had a vampire escape a tomb, so possible that it could have been him, which would not have been good at all. Either that or it's some other mystery bloke that we'll just add to the list, I guess. While on the road, we took the time to break down what we knew as a group and try to come up with new theories. We talked about the plants and how we think that the plants are a byproduct of an ancient stone activation. The stone is what was producing the beast barrier that we saw in the forest, and it seems that the greater the sacrifice's worth, the greater the protection. So the mutant shanty town was protected with a couple of kids worth of sacrifice, where Tar's protection seems to extend well into the forest. So what could have possibly been worth so much to Tar? Now the previous matron went missing long before Sigurd turned up, but I'm not sure if this lines up with the plant sprouting in the Temple of Roya, but it could have taken some time to break in. Now I think the previous matron was looking for something because there was a map with a bunch of towns crossed off it. There was also some writing on the map, but we couldn't identify if the handwriting matched the letter that Sigurd had. I'm blaming the fact that we were bumping all over the cart while we're trying to look at this. If I had a magnifying glass and a bit more time to look at it, I might be able to pair them up. Plus, there was a message written in code on the side. Quite possibly a book code, but we need to find a book it relates to. So I would say she probably found something but got caught looking, and I fear to think what would happen to her, but death is probably at the top of that list. We were also looking for the brothers of Tom, which we have found one sort of so far. He's held up in a holiday manor somewhere near Stimogen. The other brother is deep in the fighting pits, but no one seems to know who I'm talking about on my level in the fighting pits. We then brought up the inscription on the tomb in that rat cave, and how I took it to a priest of Moor. Yeah, that turned out great. Ended up with 50 heavily armoured knights of Moor leading a charge into the tomb, only to find there's a crack in the tomb, and after looking for about a week, they then hoped that whatever it was in there had sodded back off to the east. Finally, we circled back round to the stones, and the fact that the elves managed to lose a few of them over the last couple hundred years. We are also pretty sure that one of those stones is currently residing in the basement of Tarn Manor. So after confirming all that, we then met up with the elf and continued on to the mutant camp. While making our way to the camp, Lazarus had a vision of some dark fire and smoke in like a wall type thing back in the direction of Tarn. Which now I've had to think about it, that might have something to do with that weird potion Lazarus drank, because that boy is seeing some things. I mean, I thought it was due to his profession, but that stuff is linking way too well. So we got to the mutant caravan, and it seems like they were setting up camp for the night, which worked out great for us because the stealthy Reinhard and Radrian went around and pretty much murdered half of them before we even started. Even to the point where the elf needed to check Reinhard to make sure his ears were not pointy. The rest of us were held up in a bush and waiting for opportune moment to strike, which basically meant we needed to stop Celeb charging in too soon. The fight finally kicked off and we beat the crap out of them, but Father Tom did get away again, which was kind of shit, as I'm pretty sure killing him would lift Sigurd's curse, or at the very least make him feel a little bit better. We then carted the stone off to the elves' location, and stick with me here because this is where it gets weird. So we got to the location and met the wood elves. Now, they didn't kill us immediately, so that was a good sign. I mean, the strangest thing at this point was that a tree came to life next to us. Seemed nice enough though, as long as we stayed non-hostile. We had an exchange with them and brought them their precious stone that they had lost. What is it with people losing shit and us having to go find it? I mean, the one thing that I noticed is that there was a weird lack of discipline, and that's coming from me here, as one of the elves really wanted us dead while the other one was happy to let us soldier on. They wanted Sigurd to be judged by the stones as he was the cursed one amongst us. I mean, sure, that could be worth a watch. While this was all going on, Selep was rifling through the mutants' belongings and found a book with pictures of plants in it, which I can only assume is a herbalist manual. The rest of us were marched up to a bunch of stones and told to pray to our gods. Why are elves so dramatic? So, here comes the strange bit. There was a mist surrounding the stones which after Cursed Boy started praying, I couldn't make out too much, but there were a bunch of giant shadows within the mist of various shapes and weird features. So a big toad thing with some weird massive tongue came out and moved towards us. I was unable to look away at this point. But as this went on, the toad-like creature was hit with a staff, which made him think twice and it retreated. But then we were faced with some bird-like creature instead. Now the bird creature was getting closer and closer to Sigurd, to which I thought it was going to eat him. But I think it had greater plans for him. Then Sigurd started glowing gold. And then a hammer thing hit the bird in the face. Guess I'm going to have to start calling him Golden Boy now. Eventually the bird was defeated. And the golden figure that, well, let's face it, most people would call that Sigmar, but since I've never met the guy I couldn't tell you. He disappeared. And the mist subsided. So for us to break the curse we have to defeat the one that gave it to Sigurd. Then the elf mentioned something about us returning home and defeating the demon. So I'm looking forward to that. But I thought it was Father Tom that gave him the curse. The elves also mentioned something about saving them, which they all seemed on top of everything around here, so I've got to say I don't get what they're talking about. We then took our leave, but not before I had one last look at that bloody thing. There's something going on here, and I want to know what it is. Over the next few weeks, Reinhard got his crossbow nicked, so I managed to find the sod that nicked it and we plan to pay them a visit at some point. Sigurd's bank kicked off at him because of a vicious rumour probably started by Theodosius, so he went and found a new one. He also warned his noble friends not to use his previous one. He also spent some time with the elf and tracked down Father Tom. Selep has kept on with his blacksmithing and he seems to be enjoying himself enough. Skullplate put some more effort into the tunnel. Finally, Reinhard went to the holiday manor of one of the brothers and has not come back, which is a bit odd, so I think we're going to have to go and see what happened there. Now I better get going, because not only do I have to deal with Golden Boy's curse thing, I now have to deal with Stealth Elf Boy's ability to go missing, which I think warrants my undivided attention. Cheers.
Howdy do there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another session. Hello players as well. Hello players.
Good evening.
No hello to Reinhard, because he's dead.
Not yet.
Not yet. Reinhard is currently missing in game and in session, which is fine, because, well, it'll just be more fitting when we find his corpse. So,
wonderful.
Hopefully, those of you listening to the intro from Rex, and thank you again, Alien, for your Rex intro, hopefully you picked up on the fact that Reinhard left a couple of days ago to investigate this manor, and didn't come back. And so, we begin our session outside of a rather stately mansion. The journey here has taken near enough all day, perhaps even a day and a half, 2 days, and you arrive late afternoon. This isn't within... Yes.
Yeah, this is late afternoon. Wow.
Let me finish the sentence. This isn't within the Reichwald forest. This is within, let's say, like an isolated island of forest, which would be deemed relatively safe by most. If our beloved noble would be here, he would confirm this is a similar sort of stately home that likely had a number of staff, perhaps even a detail of security to keep it safe, much like a coaching inn on the road or something of the sorts. As you draw close to this building, however, the sky appears to be darker. at least darker than it should be for this time of day. The sun pierces through the cloud ever so slightly, revealing the silhouette of this building and an adjacent building by its side. There is a gate and fence around, and the grounds themselves seem to be largely overgrown and unkempt. You each stand outside of the fence, currently peering in. What would you like to do?
All right, boys. So Reinhard came by here a few days ago, and he ain't come back. So the fact that it's almost pitch black and it's like 2 in the afternoon, I'm a little bit concerned.
As to why? Why did he stay here?
He's obviously thought he was being, felt himself after the last battle with the muties and all the stealthiness and all that. So maybe he felt himself a bit and thought he could take on the world. But, he didn't come back. So I think he's still in here.
Guess we're saving Private Reinhard.
Absolutely.
So what are we waiting for?
I think we might want to do a quick once round of grounds, like the local vicinity first. Because we know what's here.
Right.
Sound good?
Maybe we have some lights. We make some light.
We got some torches.
You've still got a couple of
I've
torches.
still got loads of torches, haven't I?
Yeah, I'd say it's a little odd that you would have brought them mid-afternoon. Although it's kind of more like 4 or 5 and springtime,
Yeah,
but it's still. You would at least have some candles if you had decided not to bring torches.
We'd bring torches, because if it's taken us a day and a half to get here, how would we see in the dark when we're setting camp and whatever?
Likely would have stayed in the coaching inn, but we have a couple of torches. Right.
All right, let's light a torch.
You light a torch. I will say the light around the torch seems to be dimmer than you would expect. It's almost like the darkness encroaches back against the torch slightly, but it gives you some 5 to 8 yards of an orangey, fiery glow. Doesn't do anything at all for illuminating the manor in front, nor the what you would assume is a guardhouse or servant's quarter by the side.
Excuse me? I've been in caves and had more light off this fucking crap.
It's fell magic here, that's for sure.
Still, I am glad we have some light. It means that Daz is with us. That's always good.
Well, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Right then, let's have a look around, shall we?
Yep.
Let's say we check the outhouses first, the guardhouse and the servants' quarters, before we try the big manor.
Yes.
Once around the building.
Let's go.
So,
Okay.
Guardhouse first?
have we got a direction to go in or anything like
Clockwise
right,
or anti-clockwise? I mean, take your pick.
Left. We'll go
Left. Okay. Which largely leads you through forest first, and the outer wall of the grounds. You can see there once perhaps was a vegetable patch which you walk past. There are a few bushes that look like they are overgrown of what was once a garden. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary until you fully, come 2/3 around your circle to that of the guardhouse. Or servant's house. It's hard to tell from the outside. It's a 2-story building.
Okay. Oh, right. Cool.
And seems to be relatively unoccupied at present. There's no light inside, and not much happening on the outside either.
Okay.
You want to check it out?
Let's see if the door's open.
Yeah, it's a start. So
Yeah.
walk up the stairs to the front door.
Yep, there are a couple of
gonna-
steps.
I'm gonna look. Sort of. Is there like a window like to my right or anything? Or?
There is a window on the side of the building, and you would see the front door is ever so slightly ajar.
So I'm going to sort of just use my foot to push the door open.
Okay. The door swings open slowly with an eerie creak. Inside the guardhouse, as you pull the door open, you're greeted by the stench of death and decay. You've likely been familiar with this from your time in the rat hole.
I didn't think it'd get any worse in the rat hole. What the hell?
And now you understand why I wear my mask.
Inside the building is a bloodied, grotesque scene of murder. The walls partly decorated red, the floor numerous puddles of blood, and a group of servants holding knives that appear, on first glances, to have been used to kill each other.
Can I go closer to the bodies and do an inspection to confirm that?
Sure. You can roll me an average perception just to see what info you can gather from here. And say stepping toward the centre of the room, you notice there are guards in the centre. They seem to be piled up.
Can I assist him with night vision?
I can't see anything. Oh, what the fuck?
Well,
can't see anything times 2.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Times 2, even with some assistance. I will say the fact that they are holding daggers and some are still holding daggers that have been lunged into the eye sockets, bellies,
crikey.
and any other available piece of flesh, it is fairly clear to you still that this is a scene of much murder. However, the one thing that does strike you as unusual is the guard piled up in the middle seem to have been, well, let's say one would assume they are guard from a slight uniform that remains. By slight, I mean the most of it seems to have been removed. There is no armour, there are no weapons, there is not even shoes on them. The servants seem to be relatively undisturbed.
Hey, no shoes?
Like they robbed.
Yeah, but why just the armour and the guard's uniform? Why not anything else in the room?
Maybe...
Is this body like decayed, like really decayed, the one that's stripped?
You can roll me, should we roll, do you have law medicine?
I do.
Let's roll an average check. Whenever you're ready. The suspense rises.
Whoa.
Oof.
It is dark.
Great, guys.
It is very dark. Okay. All you know, Lazarus, is they died some point between a while ago and a very long time ago. Months, but you have no idea how many. Maybe weeks, but several weeks.
Is there... So I'm guessing there's like an upstairs.
There is.
That's where they would sleep, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So where we are right now is like a common room / kitchen.
Looks like it. A few tables are overturned. There are flasks emptied on the floor. There doesn't seem to be much else. There perhaps once were some cupboards and furniture, but I would say you can vaguely see the outlines of them against the wall, from the bloodstains at least. There are some pieces of the room that seem to have been removed, but yes, there's an upstairs. There are a few beds, void of mattresses or quilts or covers, and no bodies to be found up there.
Do they look like there's any form of personal possessions?
None.
I mean, this is starting to look more and more like a robbery/murder scene.
Yes, but it's weird. And I also propose that if we come across any lifeguard, we don't trust them because it looks like they stole the uniform.
Yeah. Maybe that's what got Reinhard.
Mm.
Alright. Anything else? Got anything to do in this room?
Not
Any
much.
cupboards or such? Cupboards?
Any drawers are open upstairs by the side of beds, and anything downstairs has been turned over or opened and is
Somebody's looking for something.
completely empty.
No basement or some hidden latch in the floor or something?
Roll me average investigation, and you can have an assist.
Perception?
That will do.
Yeah, I was about to say there is no investigation roll.
Yeah, I'd like there to be.
It's
So
perception.
that's plus
Yeah.
10, right?
Yeah.
Oh, average. This is challenging, but whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
You stamp on a few of the floorboards. There doesn't seem to be anything underneath. Nothing but dirt. Solid ground.
Somebody's looking for something.
Yes. But I'm wondering if they found it or not.
I'm wondering if we're holding it.
I will comment. Everything from inside the cupboards has been taken. If there was anything in there to begin with. Just as an aside. And so,
I thought,
Find a big
Whatever
bag.
it is, I don't think there's anything in here that we'll find.
no. I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's carry on our search around the
We
globe.
leave.
okay. We
Or
step.
we go to leave.
We go to leave. Nothing happens. You step outside. It's still dark, it's still eerie. And you find yourself faced with the manor. A 3-story tall building with no sign of lights.
So before we go in, boys, just a quick something. If somebody was looking for something, they wouldn't have taken everything. But if somebody was looking to loot the place, they'd have just taken what's valuable. Why everything?
Yes, why did they take the cutlery and the plates and
Yeah,
everything?
especially servant utensils. They're like wood.
And
It
why
doesn't-
are
it
those
doesn't make
guys
any
dead?
sense. Well, they've stabbed each other, but
Yeah, but why? Why stab each other?
well,
I mean, I heard stories from back in Kislev that people don't want to turn in Walking Dead, but I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this.
Well, maybe the answer's inside the manor. Let's go.
Yes, but just to be sure, I'm getting my weapon ready.
My weapons are always ready.
I'm not sure we'll need that, but I'll lead the way with the torch.
Okay. The front door is closed, but has a latch evident and is unlocked.
Right, now for the record, boys. Alright, I'm not breaking and entering. I'm pretty certain that Reinhard's dead in there, so I'm just gonna open the door. No knocking. No bullshit.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Are you? How are you opening this door?
Just gonna open latch and like a
Okay.
normal person. I'm not gonna kick the door in.
Okay. Okay.
Slowly and gently,
Be careful.
like Tenacious D song.
To your right is a set of stairs. It is pitch black inside and certainly pitch black upstairs. There is a door to your left, a door to your right, and a door straight ahead. The door straight ahead has a very small amount of light coming from it. No test needed. It is a small slither.
Did anybody see that when we were walking around?
No.
There was no light from outside. Quietly and carefully, let's see what's through that door.
All right. Well,
Should we all roll stealth tests?
I'm guessing a stealth test.
All right. Who is approaching said door?
Well, if there's light coming from it, I
Yep.
don't want our light to come through. Although, would they see it? No, because that's not how physics work. No. Go on. Go in, and I'm just gonna crack the door.
And I will cover you.
Okay, so you're going to try and do this slowly, are you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you roll me a average stealth test, Rex and Ralph?
Now, would this come under stealth urban? Because I'm actually in a building.
Yes, it would.
Good. Probably not going to help.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Stomp.
Clunk, clunk.
I haven't rolled less than
I still have my spurs on.
Everybody failed.
Do it quietly, boys!
I can't even find the stealth roll.
Okay.
You just find me turn around and go, shh.
Yeah, with a -6 of skull plate, there's no need. Rex, as you approach the door, the light is blocked by something.
Oh, we don't fight anything today, boys. It's not looking good.
The light disappears entirely. Rex, as you approach the door, can you roll me a average perception test, please? Sorry, easy.
I don't think that's going to help.
Yeah. You need the help here.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Oof.
I can see in the dark. Is it worth me having a look?
I think it's just to see if the light goes
The
out.
door's still closed currently. You are...
Oh, okay.
What is going on?
I will say, given that you didn't take an assist on that, you hear something the other side of the door, though you don't know what it is.
Huh. Hey, voice. I think in the most quiet voice possible, but bearing in mind we just failed stealth by 7. Like, boys, I think there's something on the other side of the door.
What?
I think there's something on the other side of the door.
Oh, no. Let's have a look then.
Okay. Right, are we gonna this out of character? Are we gonna do a kick in the door and kick in the door and burst in? Yeah.
Why don't you just try the handle first?
What? Where's your sense of fun? Fine.
I have a hammer if you want to do it that way.
I'm just gonna push the door open.
Okay, slowly, quickly.
Slowly. Rainbow Six style.
You push the door open. And in front of you, with the light to its back, is a figure the size of the troll you had killed once upon a time when you were a troll slayer. It stands, its head the same height as the very ceiling you are in, which is a tall ceiling. One hand reaches down toward you and it contains something. The darkness of your light does not reach as far as its face, and you just hear, "Come here."
Immediately torch towards it, be like, wait, no, jab at it. Fuck off.
Okay, jab, jab. Instantly, you illuminate the face of this creature. You've seen an ogre before, and this is an ogre who reels back. Oi! Ah! What'd you do that for?
What the fuck are you doing in this house?
Hey! Reinhard! There is some pitter-pattering to your left, Skullplate and Lazarus. And coming through the door is Reinhard holding a couple of bottles, as well as what seems to be an entire armful of food.
So where did you come from?
Lads, this is so good. This meat is great. Here, have a drink. Have you met Alf?
Alf?
Hey, Reinhard, are you with you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right, come in.
Why didn't you come back, Reinhard?
Food's good. I'm glad you guys are here. Just don't go upstairs. Okay?
Come in. The ogre starts pushing and pulling you inside what is revealed to be a kitchen. Dimly lit with curtains over the windows. Come in. Keep your voices down.
What is this?
You need to try the food, lads. This is
Good old
really good.
Reinhard, you're not listening. Why didn't you come back?
Oh, you know, this guy, he came in, I was sneaking around, had a look at the house, and I saw this guy cooking. He sort of caught me through the window. He said, come in and have some food. I haven't had a good meal in ages. So I thought what I'd do is I'd just come in for a day or two. I mean, what day is it? I didn't even realise you guys were supposed to be coming here today. I was just about to head back.
4 days.
Oh, well, it was good food, though. Good drink. Maybe I lost the track of time.
The ogre behind you pushes a wardrobe in front of the door slowly. This wardrobe is huge, but he pushes it with ease. Keep your voices down. Now, who would like to try some mutton stew?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where does the meat come from, ogre?
Well, the basement. There's a whole pantry full of it. Well, there was. He tapped his belly.
I'm just gonna walk.
Just it.
Just gonna walk back past Ralph and be like, "Don't like this." As I walk past him.
Reinhard, did you get another bottle of that lovely red?
Yeah, here it is.
Thank you. He holds the bottle as if it's a small glass of port and just tips it elegantly between 2 fingers down his gullet. I do enjoy the fruity notes of this one. Try a bit. Hands you back like maybe a tenth of the bottle that's left after he took a sip.
I'll roll an intuition check on this.
Roll consume alcohol, Reinhard.
Okay.
Yeah, intuition. Average.
Consume alcohol. Average.
Average. He seems to really enjoy food, and that is some strong wine. What you can tell, Rex, is that he is super into this wine right now, and really kind of, he's got his eyes closed, and he's kind of like sniffing and smiling to himself. Unusual, to say the least. So, drink anyone?
No, you can have it.
You look like you're enjoying yourself, mate. Crack on.
All right. How about salad? Or maybe I've even got some dumplings with extra sage.
Hey, Lazarus, what's sage?
It's a seasoning.
Yes.
Bless you. Can I size up Reinhard? Literally size him up. Does he seem any fatter to me?
Sure. Make a average perception roll.
Oh, that's good because my perception's brilliant. Let's perception average. Yep, perfect.
Oh, blimey. Oh, that wine's gone straight to my head. Right. Time for some salad. So, will you be staying for supper?
Elf, why you said keep our voice down? What is going on here then?
Oh, you don't? You haven't realised yet. Listen.
What? What's there?
I don't know. I can't fit upstairs. But I ain't going up there because I am stupid.
What, Reinhard? Did you look?
No, just don't go upstairs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the GM to fill the guys in with what I've learned over the last 4 days about what I've heard, what I've been talking to Alf about.
Okay.
Obviously quite drunken.
Okay. So
there's going to be bits missing probably.
I'll do an
effectively,
intuition test against it.
sure. Roll your intuition. Effectively, Reinhard bumped into Alf here. Alf's story, I'll say as you start to say it, Reinhard, he chimes in. Yeah, that's right. I was in the military. Mercenary. One of the runtiest ogres of my time. They call me Elf, because I was the first ever ogre to learn the alphabet. Anyway, fancied myself having a bit of change of scenery after falling out with the captain, so I scarpered in the night. I figured they saw me, but I got lost in the woods and found myself here. And lo and behold, I managed to squeeze through sideways in the front door, and the place seemed deserted, except for rather a lot of food down in the basement. And I, ever since, have found my true calling, which is cooking. Would you Adam and Eve it? Now, are you sure you wouldn't like some potatoes?
How long have you been here, Alf?
Ooh. Round about a month.
And have you been in the guardhouse?
No. I heard people there the other day. Maybe about 2 weeks ago. Shouted at them. Scared them right off.
What kind of noises? Like,
Oh, people. Arguing over stuff. This is mine, this is his, this is mine. I figure they wanted to come in here and take stuff. Far as I can tell, the downstairs has already been broken into, but good old lock on the cellar door was a bit firm. Took a kick from me.
Right.
2 weeks, you say?
Now, are you sure you don't want a salad? This one's got bacon and potato. Oh, and carrots.
We don't
Oh
want...
no, I'm allergic to carrots.
I'm all good, man.
Rex, roll me an intuition average.
A good one this time.
Believe me, nothing would please me more. No.
Yep, he seems perfectly happy. Right. Now, I would suggest clearing off, because you don't want to go up there, judging by all that creaking. I caught a little eyeful. Well, there were a couple of eyes up there, and I'm a smart ogre. Survival not just of the fittest, but the smartest. That's what I say. I ain't going up there.
I'm going to walk up to Rex. Upstairs, then?
Maybe check the other rooms out down here first, and head up.
Aye.
I also don't hear any creaking. FYI.
Ralph, you coming?
Yeah, da. Let's go.
All right.
Reinhard, you joining us?
Reinhard?
I just finishing my drink.
Oh, God, he's going to be pissed, isn't he?
You turn around, Reinhard.
Couldn't make his name any
As
worse.
you all go to the door, you realise there's a wardrobe in front of it. It's really, really heavy.
Hey, Ogre, would you mind?
Sure. But are you sure you don't want to try something to eat?
Could
I
you
re-roll that intuition now.
Yeah. Roll
The
one more.
food's really good.
That might
Okay.
do it, yeah.
Every time you've declined eating something, he's died a little inside.
I mean,
Mate, I'm sure your food is wonderful, but we ate before we got here.
the potatoes have a lemon crust and have been fricasseed with... I'm not sure what fricassee is yet, but I heard it once, so I'm pretty sure.
I'd say if none of you have etiquette noble, you'd be like, nope, it's a noble word.
Don't know what that is.
But there is also copious amounts of butter. Well, I guess I'll say goodbye then.
Take a potato with butter. Grab
Okay.
a potato, butter.
Do you eat it?
Yeah.
Tastes great.
Thank you. Oh my god. Guys. This is the best potato I've ever eaten. Thank you.
We have no idea what else was in there.
Alf, you've been wicked. Thanks, buddy. That food is just exquisite.
That's all right. I'll be putting a little bit of ham on to roast, so assuming you don't die, we can all tuck in after.
Quick.
Yes. Sounds like a good idea.
What do you think will go better with it? Oranges or maybe some sort of spice?
Definitely the spice, mate.
Spicy, right. Spicy meat. Let's see what we can do.
You see him pick up a leg of a hog in his hand that to him looks like a chicken drumstick and sort of start eyeing it up. Starts scrunching things up in his hand and rubbing it down.
Oh, yes, sorry, wardrobe. All right.
Heaves it to one side.
Now, try not to die.
We do that every week.
If you need anything, just scream. I won't be able to come up there on account of me being so big, but at least I know you died needing something.
Thanks.
It's comforting, I guess.
After you leave, you hear a wardrobe being scraped back in front of the door. There are those footsteps above you again.
Alright. Check out these other rooms first
Yeah.
and then upstairs.
Well, first off, I'm going to whack Reinhard round the head. Hey, fucking don't come back, you twat. Jesus. We were worried, man.
Oh, sorry, dude. Food was good, though.
Don't give a shit. Next time, at least say something.
He sort of giggles to himself.
Yeah, Reinhard,
Bastard.
you've been drinking noble wine for the past 3 days. And
Yeah.
not much else. Possibly.
He's gonna have a hell of a hangover.
Ooh.
Oof. Oof.
Willpower test.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay, check the room on the left then.
Room on the left. Reinhard would point out that's the basement and pantry.
Well,
Let's-
check it out or not?
Well, he said
Reinhard's
there's loads
in
of
there.
food in the basement, but also it's been broken into.
He broke
So-
into it. It was locked until he broke the door down.
Yeah, but he said somebody's broken into the basement as well.
Downstairs.
was locked.
Someone had broken into the downstairs and taken stuff. Downstairs, referring to the floor you're on. Basement,
Oh,
he
right,
broke the
okay.
door into. So, he doesn't understand first floor, second floor, basement lingo.
Okay, fine.
But Reinhard would clarify that.
So that's the pantry where all the food is.
Aye.
I wanna go in there.
I just
Okay.
want to make sure it's
It's food.
yes.
He's
Sure.
been there.
People.
He's been there for a month. Fridges haven't been invented yet. Where's he getting fresh meat from?
Aye.
As long as it's not Soylent Green.
Oh God. Futurama jokes.
Okay. You make your way downstairs. This seems to be the size of, well, it's probably the largest cellar you've ever been in. Rex, you see stacks upon stacks of wine. I would say there's probably only about 15 bottles left now, but they look pretty tasty. You don't recognise any of the labels, but there's a lot of it.
Can I take a bottle? Is there a goblet or anything down here?
Yeah. There's a few bits of cutlery left on the table downstairs.
So I'm going to take a bottle over to the counter and just pop the cork, pour it out into the goblet, and just look at it.
Oh yeah, if you're pouring drinks, I'll have some more.
No, shut the fuck up, Reinhard.
It looks like wine.
Can I inspect the food just to see if
Sure.
there's any form of is it
Food-
mouldy?
Food
or-
that's out on the table, mouldy, for the majority. It looks like people might have been in the midst of eating once upon a time. There are some things that have been left out, the majority of which, the bread, for example, mouldy. A large portion at least.
Hydra, can I take 3 of these bottles of wine and put them in my backpack?
Sure. I will say that will impact stealth tests.
Sure.
You would be just so when you clink as you're walking in future, you don't hate me. But sure.
Okay,
If you
so
fail a stealth test, don't whine about it.
Can I wrap each of the bottles up in like
right, that's it. The Slayer's getting kicked
bandages
soon.
to prevent the clinking?
Sure, I'll say it will soften it. They're only rags, so not bubble wrap.
So there's nothing of note or anything worth like noticing other than the food on the table is bad. However, where's the food that he's been getting?
Down the other end of the room where Skullplace is headed, there are a few crates and there are a few arrays of what looks like some onions and potatoes that are still on. Some of the fruit seems to have gone off, however. So a little bit of a mixture depending on what it is. The vegetables seem to have lasted a bit better. The fruits have gone off quicker. That's hardly a surprise. Incredibly dark and cold down here, mind.
Drawers, cupboards.
Drawers,
No
cupboards. There are
Ralph's question first.
Yep. Which
Ralph's
one was
question
Ralph's
first.
question first? There are crates that you would perhaps expect the meats to be into. None are on display, and they are not necessarily closed, but as you open, there are a few salted meats.
And I'll fill them in with what I know.
Yeah, you've been coming down
down
to
there a
bring
few
in
times.
meat. It's largely salted and left down here. So it's sort of cured meat, mostly.
Right. I think we're done down here.
Back left corner, there are a few kegs of ale. That's pretty much everything.
Ooh, what ale is it?
Oh God.
Well, it's a barrel and it's got ale in it. Unless
look
you're going to
like
drink
dwarven
some and then
barrels?
tell me what type it is, but they don't look like dwarven barrels, I'll give you that.
That's great.
That'll be noble ale, mate. That'll be that pale stuff that you ate.
Ugh.
Yeah, Reinhard, it's the best ale you've ever had.
That's not really much to go on. He's not
No.
sore.
Granted.
I'm just gonna look at the goblet of wine and just mental note of where the level was, just in
Okay.
case.
Still looks like wine. Still fluid-like in nature. But sure.
Are you sure it's been 4 days?
Mate, you've been gone a week.
Giggles to himself again.
Yeah, right in the head, or what?
He's drunk.
A note to you, Reinhard. The whole time you've been here, you've never saw the sun come up out the window.
Brilliant.
Perhaps why it seemed slightly harder to keep track of time. Like, you've looked out the window a few times. You've not seen the sun.
Yeah, I'm completely lost with time.
Right. Other room?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
What do I know about the other room?
Oh,
You've taken... I would say that in between, like, you might have had a little peep, but Alf has been pretty adamant that you go in the basement, you come straight back, like, don't look at the stairs, don't go anywhere near it. He's been super protective of you while you're here, and, like, he's there waiting by the door just to be sure, although he refuses to leave the kitchen. You, as a group, head over to the other room, which inside has turned over stool, a couple ornaments seem to be on the floor, a couple heads of bucks that have been used as trophies. There is a chest on the far right-hand side, but the room is pretty barren. There are marks.
I just want to confirm that Bucks is actually the deer and not a person, because you also use Bucks as a person sometimes.
They are deer. They have antlers and sort of mammalian faces.
Right. That's fine. It's animals, not people.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'm going to take a look in that chest, if I can open it.
Sure, it's open. It's also empty.
Of course it is.
There are obvious furniture markings on the floor where things have been scraped, leading out of the room.
So
this place has been nicked. No drawers, no cupboards, no anything to look in.
Nothing left. The chest, there's really not much in here other than a stool, 2 heads, trophies, a turned over, and a chest that's empty.
Are there any plaques on the trophies? Just like, sometimes people inscribe shit.
That's a good question. Dim lighting, but roll me an average perception.
Here, Lazarus, wasn't that food wicked?
Yeah, we need to convince Alf to come back with us.
Okay.
Oh, what a good idea.
You can make out some initials on it, Rex, perhaps even a signature, but you can't quite read it. But there is one there, you just kind of like, God damn, give me more light. Even this torch isn't enough, but if you had more light, you'd be able to read it.
It's too fucking dark.
What you looking for?
Will candles help? Or not? Because I've actually got candles and tinder
I'm already using a torch, mate.
He's got a torch in his hand currently.
Yeah, fine. All right.
Yeah.
So basically, Ralph, like sometimes these nobles, they get a bit up themselves and they, make plaques to commemorate like kills and shit. Now this brother, Now this brother was a bit of a wuss. So naturally, he's gonna be the type who would put a trophy on his wall and date it. And I'm thinking maybe there might have been some sort of connection between it, but I can't read them, so I can't even begin to speculate.
Well, we could always take it with us when we're finished here.
That's not a terrible idea.
Might be enchanted.
That is also a good point.
I saw once, and he had a fish on the wall, and I swear, one time it sang a song. I swear. But,
I've heard about that.
Yes.
Bloke in Kislev, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it was small, so might be I made up. I don't know.
I should tell you about a play I saw one time in Outdorf, but maybe later.
I like to hear.
Right, upstairs. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, upstairs. We're gonna go to do the grand old time upstairs.
Okay.
Right.
How do you?
I'll go first.
Here's the torch.
I'm gonna tell them about the stories of upstairs and the trap that was left and the food and everything.
Okay. So Alf hadn't shared this with you, but he did share it with Reinhard that he'd left a box out on the stairs with sort of a stick and a bit of string, bit of food underneath to try and see if he could catch whatever's there. He came back out to find the crate torn to pieces and the food gone. Thus his conclusion that going up there or any further antics involving this were not worth it, thus the wardrobe.
It's only a box.
Yeah. Right. Let's keep going.
Alright. I'll go up the stairs first, Rex. Follow me with the torch. The torch
Alright.
won't ruin my night vision.
Weapons ready, lads.
I also have a two-handed hammer, so I can't carry the torch.
To clarify the word box, crate.
Oh. So quite large then.
Not cardboard box. Not an Amazon packet.
Yeah. Okay.
Planks of wood reinforced with nails, for clarity. So, Skullplate is heading up first.
Indeed.
For just clarity, Hydra,
Yep.
I'm going to have my hatchet and my sling out. Hatchet's in the offhand.
Okay. I will comment for anyone with weapons currently, it is fairly cramped in here.
I'll switch it up then.
It is...
In that case, I believe I might still have a hand weapon on me.
I'll lend you mine.
I believe you do. I would point out that in this confined space, if one were to have a two-handed weapon, or something that you sling above your head and twirl round in a circle, or anything on a stick, but he's not here, it would be difficult.
Okay.
Just as this is our first venture inside.
I'm going to leave my hammer slung across my back or wherever I can store it.
Cool.
I'm going to take my normal one-handed weapon.
Yep.
I'll just use my normal hand weapon then.
And so... Dun dun dun. We step inside and creep up the stairs slowly. It's difficult to make out the end of the room, but you can see a desk to your right. Vaguely, faintly, you can see a set of stairs on your left.
The set of stairs go up or down?
Up to the third floor. There is a very faint outline of a wardrobe up ahead and a set of drawers on your left as well.
Nothing's been touched.
Seems undisturbed compared to the rest. The chair is up. There are some books. There is a quill and parchment on the table. Let me know if you go anywhere. I'm assuming right now you're just at the top of the stairs looking into a mixture of darkness and sort of faint outlines, so...
I'm going to move forward towards the stairs so that I can keep an eye out for anything coming down the stairs.
Okay, so you're just going to stay at the bottom of them looking upwards?
Stand guard, yeah, basically.
For the sake of what you're looking at, this is your view of pitch black.
Excellent.
Where are we looking in the rest of the room?
For me, it's the desk.
Okay. Skull plates. I will say that you can hear creaking coming from above you. The same footsteps, slow, methodical, that you heard earlier. Rex, there is a letter on the desk. It is sealed and stamped.
Can I read the address, or is he addressed it to anybody?
It does have an address. The address is in Altdorf. And you
who is it addressed to?
You would recognise the address E as to the man that you have been looking for some considerable length of time.
Right, I will take a note of that. Of that address.
Noted.
Don't you take it with you?
I can hear the creaking, and I'm not on. Hang on.
You can always pick it up again afterwards if needs be.
Hang on, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I pick up the letter. Fuck it.
Sure.
I'll pick up the letter. I'll be like, I guess I'll take it to him. Didn't make it outside, did it?
Doesn't seem that way.
So, anything else on the desk? Like, have a rummage.
A couple of books.
Quiet rummage.
There is an ink and quill.
Are the books significant in any way? Titles or anything like that? Or are they account books? Are they story books? Are they reference books?
You do have read and write, if I'm correct.
Yes, I do.
Okay. One appears to be a financial journal. If you can still hear creaking without a break, it is because it will not let me stop playing it for whatever reason. Let me just check if I can still roll dice, because otherwise I'm going to restart here. The software is gone absolutely nuts.
Too many music tracks, man.
Yeah, it's gone absolutely nuts. What I might suggest for audience, we're going to take a 5-minute bio. I'm going to restart the software, and I'll see you in a mo, and we'll finish what's on this desk. Starting back up. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Everything is working again. We are back at the desk, investigating perhaps a disappearance. Rex, there is also his seal. Ink, candle, let's just refer to it as a writing kit, but his family crest, the crest of Tarm, effectively, although it seems to be something somewhat personalised that he has, but that is also on the table, alongside 3 books, one of which financial, seems to track his happenings, one of which seems to be a personal journal or ledger, and one of which seems to be just a novel of some sorts. Not one you recognise.
Are the pages in the ledger dated? The diary, journal.
I have to open that to check that.
The dwarf can read as well, so he would think to ask that. Yeah, I'd say if you quickly flick, yes.
Yeah, have a quick flick through. Can I flick through ledger and diary?
Yep.
To just a general, just to see, like to the latest entries.
Yeah.
Latest entries, date, and what they roughly what do they say?
Okay. I'd say the last few chapters seem to be related to his health that had been deteriorating. And he was documenting some doctors that had visited him from various areas and sort of writing down his thoughts on their diagnoses of what was wrong with him. Some are reflections on his mental state. He felt like he mentions a few times there was like a darkness creeping over him.
Wow.
And when were those last entries added? How long ago?
They would be over 3 months. No, just under 3 months.
So he's not written anything in there in about 3 months. Okay.
Yeah.
So, went missing 6 months ago, stopped writing 3 months ago. So probably died 3 months ago then, or disappeared 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Said there was a darkness looming over him. I think I know what he means.
Yes, pretty dark here.
I would say the financial records go blank like 6 months ago. Nothing entered since.
How was he doing?
Poorly.
Right.
And I'd say that's all for now.
I'd be looking at is the bottom line, which is red or black, which you're saying
from
red.
You very quickly flicking through this, things weren't going, so they were headed downhill. Not terribly, but a bit.
Huh. And then finally this book, the story book, the novel.
It's
the map I have.
Yep.
What is written on the map? Is it the code part? Is it what I would consider to be a book code?
Are you flicking through the thingy thing?
So, do you before we go any further, do you understand how a book code works?
Yes.
Okay. Just
yes.
So
well, I'm just curious if you're flicking through the book.
I'm just going to look for like what would be the first letter, the first entry of the book code.
Okay.
Again, it's what I've got. See if it is the book that I'm looking for. If it is a book code. It seems odd to have a novel on your table with a journal and your financial ledger stacked neatly.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't seem to illuminate on anything. You look at the
Okay.
first like 4 letters and it doesn't spell a word.
Right.
It is a novel. No, sorry. You'd have to sit and read it.
Great. I'm not going to be doing that in a haunted house. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm going to put
grab all
Rex
3.
down as not being like knowing all of the authors
Yeah,
of
I'm not- I
Reichland.
don't-
So
I don't know all that.
who knows? It's a
That's
book.
fine.
Hang it upside down and flick through the pages. See if anything drops out.
Yeah, hold it by the spine, shake
Yeah.
all 3 of them.
Yes.
Just hold the pages open and then.
Yeah, just flick through, see if anything falls out.
Small piece of paper.
Okay, pick it up and read that.
It seems to be. There's very few words on it. It's signed Maria.
Shit.
It's within the
Code
front
again,
cover.
isn't it? Oh, okay.
It's just like all the best, Maria.
Okay.
Maria, isn't that the name of that woman?
That was the ex-matron of Tom Manor, who went missing before Sigurd got here. And probably, am I right about this, about the time the plant started buggering about? Or was this...
Kind of. I think they
Yeah.
were around a little bit before then, but
But it wasn't as bad, and then it... Yeah, so it's about the time the plant started being a plant. The weird one. So, okay.
Didn't they say there was some drawers in that desk?
the desk doesn't have drawers, but there's shelves at the back of the room, a small locker on the right, a chest of drawers on the left side, the opposite side of the room. So we'll just whiz over to that.
While they're doing that, I'm actually going to just start reading the novel.
Okay.
Did you not search the room a bit? Because I'm just waiting for anything that comes down the
Well,
stairs.
I'm going to let them do it.
All right then.
Yeah. You guys have a good poke around, and
Looking behind
so
paintings and stuff like that.
Ralph and Lazarus, yeah, roll me. Like free stuff is free, but roll me average perceptions, each of you. Reinhard as well, just as you poke around the room. Skull
I'm going to
plate.
roll an alcohol test first. See if I'm going to join in or just sort of.
Good idea.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm bumming about in the corner.
Definitely.
Jesus.
Definitely. One more and we roll on the drunk table. Which can make you fearless. As a heads up, it can also make you pass out unconscious. Which
Man, that's what we want to be loving
might
him about.
not be the worst thing right now. Sorry, I went blank for a second there. So, over on the left-hand side of the room, a set of drawers. Ralph, this contains a few personal effects. Hand mirror. There is a cask of what... It's small enough to probably not be ale, so you would expect it's probably got a spirit inside. A chest on the left-hand side of these drawers that is open and contains a small amount of personal effects, a little bit of jewellery. Inside the drawers are a mixture of books and personal items.
Hey, skull plate. Here is some bling for you. Look. You were looking for bling.
I'm not a thief.
What? These people are probably dead. Come on. I've
I am
got some
not.
books as well.
Look me in the eye, manling. I am not a thief.
Fine, I will take it. Some spirit you want drink? I don't know what it is. I'll take it too.
I'll be
Yes.
careful about drinking that, mate.
You're going to have to carry it under your arm. It's sort of like the size of a child, so it's a keg.
Oh, okay.
Is it that
Oh,
little
okay.
keg on the...
It is the
little
keg on the side,
drawer?
yeah. It's a small barrel, so
Probably wiki then.
by all means.
But it contains a fluid.
It sloshes as you move it.
Hey, Ralph, let's come back for that.
Yeah, I'll put it here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the mirror just so you know, because maybe it would be a nice present for a girl.
It might be a nice present for Pretty Boy, I'm sure.
Okay.
Right.
But some more books here. Or reading stuff, I don't know.
A couple more books. They seem to be mostly novels. Rex, from the flicking through that you've done, and then we'll come to Lazarus. It seems to be philosophical. It's a little bit to do with the gods, afterlife, that sort of vibe.
Okay.
It's pretty depressing though as well. So it's doom and gloom, but like it's not bad deathbed material.
Right. So he probably thought he was on the way out, and he's just reading to see what happens afterwards. So I just shut the book back on the table. I'm going to pocket the journal and the ledger.
Okay. Leaving the writing kit.
Might take the seal.
Okay. Right. Lazarus. We'll pop you. There are some shelves at the end of the room that you will investigate, and you actually see some fairly familiar tools. There is a mortar and pestle, and certainly things that a herbalist and an apothecary would make use of. It appears
those for sure.
this gentleman may have been perhaps dabbling in self-medication. That would be your sort of instant guess, but we'll add them to your inventory at some point. But it's effectively a sort of apothecary's trade tools. How handy.
Yeah, convenient.
There is a little bit of fluid still inside one of the vials, but it seems to have congealed and largely evaporated.
Okay. Maybe it's a just add water thing.
Maybe. Skullplate, you're still listening to footsteps above you. Reinhard, you're slightly drunk. But life's good.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not seeing anything else in the drawers or anything, guys. So
Yes. Let's
we go
go
find
see
out?
about squeaky noises.
yeah, let's go see about the squeakster.
Okay.
Do we invite them down, or do we go up to meet them?
I don't think they're going to come down here.
Alright.
They'd have heard us clobbering around all bloody, all so far. So you'd have thought that if they were concerned at all, they would have come down. Or maybe they can't.
Alright. So we're going up?
Yes. Da.
Alright, I'll lead the way again.
I will follow you.
Okay. Up you go.
Just going to take one last look at the desk. And then carry on.
Okay. Stepping upstairs, it is even darker than elsewhere. And you have no tokens.
Awesome. We're
How's
not
it?
here.
Always going to be
We're not
one.
here then.
Yeah, you're not here yet. So what we'll do is we'll copy pasta you over. I wonder if I forgot all of those.
We're back in the cellar. Ah, what the fuck?
You are back in the cellar. Meanwhile, in the cellar, your doppelgangers not doing too
Been
much.
copying pasted.
Right, everyone see what they're doing?
Yep, I'm here.
Marvellous.
Game's paused, but I can't move, so.
You are free.
Yay!
There is a hint of glass in the back left corner of the room. Despite the fact that they seem to be lit, there's very, very little light emanating from some candles on your right. But it is
Hello?
difficult to make out what is at the end of
Oh,
the
he's done
room.
the hello.
Hello.
There is no creaking, just silence.
I think it's just owl or something.
I know, it's pretty consistent for an owl.
Maybe a clockwork owl.
Dwarven engineering.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
stepping forward into the room, the next thing that is evident, another desk to the side of the room. A letter in the process of being written.
Okay. We'll go over there.
I'm going to back you up.
Go on, check around.
Ralph. So Rex, on the table first is a letter with a quill. It has not been stamped or signed or sealed yet. And there are 2 gold crown on the table as well. Likely for postage. Another few books. There is even a stack of wine on to the right of the table. But I'm going to assume that you are not dallying too much while up here. Am I correct?
Read who the letters to.
Okay.
Give it a quick skim.
It's to his brother.
Which one? Man I'm looking for, or the one in the town?
The man you're looking for.
Again. I get a general vibe of the letter.
Dear brother, I have the letter. But general vibe is okay. As you skim read it, you see his brother. You see
how about if I do
the name,
like an initiative check? See how fast I can read.
Skim read. Sure, let's see how you can skim read. I will say certain things will just be obvious. This is fairly long. It's an entire page.
Yeah, I can't read that fast.
Okay. You see the name Maria on it and Theodosius.
Okay, so I'm going to pocket that.
Okay. Ralph.
Ah.
As you are walking through the rest of the room, there is a bed that you approach. It has a body on it. It is laying facing upwards, arms out to the side. And there is a burnt effect on the quilt that it is laying upon that resembles that of a large set of wings. This is the corpse of the brother you were looking for. There is a cut down the centre of his chest, measuring 12 inches, no longer than your dagger. His body looks dehydrated and withered.
Can I do a lore medicine to figure out age?
Sure. Yeah, average. Okay. Likely died some time ago. Your guess would be around 3 months. The cut and the way the ribcage seems to have been split is you would assume someone has removed something from within him. Or some things. Who is by the body at the moment, by the way?
Well, since I just did that, I'd assume I'd be
So,
kind of close.
Lazarus,
You'd be
Ralph?
kind of looking in.
Yeah. Ralph?
I'm on here
Yes.
twice, by the way.
You're... Okay, cool.
I'm on the other side of the room at the table.
Okay. Reinhard, where are you as well?
I'm
in the
in
corner.
between. Hang
Okay.
on, let me roll. I'm going to roll another one. See what I do here.
Okay.
Whoever by
See if
the
he
way.
can pull himself together yet. No. Oh,
Okay. That bit was a bit better.
As I was rushing towards the body, I was thinking in my head, oh, I can still fix him. I've got some bandages. But then I come to my senses and I'm like, he's definitely dead. So
He's
I
dead, Jim.
head towards the bed.
Skullplate, are you looking at the body?
No, I'm backing Rex up while he's looking at the
Okay. Anyone around the body right now, make me a cool test, please. Just a challenging cool test, sorry.
No.
Okay.
Ouch.
That is a definite little bit of corruption creeping in there, Ralph.
How much?
Just a little bit. It's not the dead body that creeps you out. It's the wings that are burnt into the quilt that he's laying on. Lazarus, you were at the misty rocks, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
You had your eyes closed, though, if I recall.
Correct.
Fantastic. Reinhard approaches. We're going to have the same cool test as well from you two, by the way. You can't just not roll.
Yeah. All right, I'm heading up. Challenging.
Challenging, cool, please. Nice try. That's a corruption point for you.
Brilliant.
It's just a little bit. And Lazarus.
That's some freaky stuff. I've never seen that before.
Challenging.
Yep. And a little bit more corruption coming your way. So,
Only got one for the first time.
yep. Reinhard. Can you roll me a average intelligence, please?
Intelligence, yep.
Despite the alcohol, let's see what's going on in your noggin right now. Now, being drunk, you know an awful lot about wings. Far more than you should. Bats have wings, birds have wings. These wings look familiar.
You boys doing right over there?
Yeah, I'm just telling these guys about some wings.
Good stuff, Reinhard. Glad to see you on board.
I think it's a brother you look for is here.
What?
Yeah, he's pretty dead though.
He is pretty dead.
Like,
Been dead for about 3 months.
okay.
And they've cut something out of him.
You what, mate?
It looks like he had wings. Yeah, they're burnt off.
Lazarus. One last thing you notice on this individual, having now taken and absorbed all just the weird shit that's going on right now. It looks like he had been wearing something around his neck that had burned him. That makes sense. There's almost an imprint on his flesh, like a burnt flesh effect around his neck. There is nothing around his neck at present, but it looks like there may have been a necklace, an amulet, something. But it stands out among all of the other freaky stuff.
I'm going to point that out to Reinhard since he's standing right there. And Ralph if he is too.
Okay. Ralph, are you wandering into the rest of the room?
Yes, I think this creepy thingy is give me the heebie-jeebies. What is else here?
Back left corner of the room contains a painting. It's pretty and ornate, just a scenic picture. Although the colours seem to start to run and warped and twisted a little bit. The actual contents of the picture, after you look at it for some time, seem darkened. The trees look dead the sky looks more and more sinister and storm-like the longer you look at it.
Where is this? Let's see. Is there anything behind this thing? Oh,
You have a look behind. It is heavy. There is nothing behind it other than a wall. But roll me another cool test, please.
Average, Jungle?
Average this time. This is less
Nice.
fucked up. Okay. The picture sucks you in a little bit. Somewhat entrancing, but
Sucks me in?
yeah, it sucks you in as in like your attention is drawn to it.
Okay, yeah.
But you're from Kislev and paintings are boring.
Yeah.
And you check what's behind it, which is practical. Nothing there.
What about the actual painting?
This is a weird ass painting, and I chuck it away.
It's, yeah, from what you saw at it, Ralph, it's like a scenic view of a landscape, but the landscape, as you saw, became more twisted the longer you looked at the painting.
Yeah.
Great.
There is a chest beneath it, which is open and seems to contain some fine clothing.
I rummaged through it to see what it is.
Okay. Just lots of noblemen's clothing. Undergarments as well, the whole caboodle.
Nothing, some small jewelry you found, or something lost in it? Or
Nothing of note.
Has anyone looked under the bed? Is there an underneath the bed? I assume it's not a divan.
Have a look under the bed if you like. Make me a challenging perception roll. Purely because it's so dark in here.
Perception. Because my perception is fantastic.
You have night vision, I'll factor that in. Nothing there. You can even see a little bit of light the other side from Ralph, who is rummaging through some clothes currently. On your right, Ralph, is a bookcase.
I will now join Ralph after reading my bit.
So watch out for that painting. It will turn your head inside out if you look at it.
Right, okay, I'll bear that in mind.
As you step to the bookcase, Rex, you disappear.
Oh,
And then you
wonderful.
appear again.
Wait. It may was the room slanted.
You're in the top floor. It's an attic. A loft room.
Yeah, but it was flat straighter on the other side.
It was. It's kind of creepy.
Okay, fine. Another painting, another bookcase.
Not just a painting. On a stool in front of that painting is a body.
Oh,
It's a
how
lady.
nice.
It is a lady who is familiar to you. Rex, Lazarus, as you go close.
Oh, fuck.
Slumped on a chest in the corner of the room with her hands on her abdomen is the decaying corpse of who you recognise to be Maria, the matron.
Well, now we know what happened to her.
Lazarus, upon inspection, her stomach seems to be bloated. She's wearing a matronly garb, so by that a apron lays over her front. There is a degree of blood all around her and on the floor.
Are you talking about like bloated belly as in like Nurgle bloated belly, or are you talking like pregnant looking?
That's a bit metagamey.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out what you mean.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, because one's going to be green and disgusting if it's a
She's
normal-
wearing clothes. You can't see her stomach.
Oh, Right on.
It's a white apron. You cannot see her flesh. Can you make me a challenging? Just for Lazarus here, challenging perception test, please. And Rex, what's up?
So, do we see like much blood kicking about of this dead body?
Her? Yeah.
Yeah.
All over the floor and about a foot or two around her.
Is it obvious where the blood's coming from?
Well,
We wait for the perception roll.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perception rolls in.
I know. I'm just waiting. Lazarus. The blood around her has splattered in a direction that seems to have come from her. And you're not sure. But it looks like her shoulders twitch ever so slightly.
Is something gonna burst out of her stomach like the other dead dude?
Yeah, you better be careful on that one.
I'll say only Lazarus has seen that right now, until he communicates otherwise.
Right, I'm gonna take a step back, watching that as like I saw her move.
What?
She moved.
But no, that's not possible, Lazarus. She is very dead.
Her shoulder moved.
Is something gonna pop out of her like the other dead dude?
Alright. Alright, Lazarus. Alright, so now I'm gonna have a staring contest with the corpse, effectively, looking for a twitch.
Roll me a
You
challenge.
just call it out because I will blow their brains out.
What do you want?
Challenging perception, please.
Oof.
The body is still in front of you.
Don't know what you're talking about, Lazarus. Totally still. Dead.
I don't know, man. But if you're over here, we can kick her over.
Shouldn't have eaten that baked potato, man. I'm pretty sure he's done something. So I'm going to take, because I have the hairpin,
Yep.
because I thought this might happen.
Yep. Okay.
I'm just going to place it on the body.
Okay. As you go to place the pin on the body, where are you placing it? In her
It's
lap, in
slump.
her hair, or just like...
I'm just going to put it in her hair.
Okay.
Like it would, not perfect, but I'm just going to sort of, like, try not to scalp her with her own pin.
As you go close and place this in her hair, a very small hand, and this happens in a half a second, sweeps her apron to the side, revealing a curled up creature in her abdomen, which makes eye contact with you and lets out a horrific screech, an ear-piercing cry
Ah, shit!
as it tries to jump on you. And we're going to take a 5-minute bio and come back to what the piss is going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We return to a rather stressful and intense moment with Rex having a horribly deformed creature in front of him leap out of the stomach of a woman toward him. Rex, can you roll me an initiative, please?
The fuck?
And...
Just challenging, yeah?
Challenging initiative first, please.
Mm-hmm. Ew. Nah,
Okay.
I'm taking a re-roll on that.
Fair enough.
Oh fuck, it's even worse.
Okay. And a cool test, sorry. Challenging.
God, I've got no dice today.
It's gonna be a rough one.
Oh yeah, the cool test, fine.
Okay, the
I
good
don't give a shit
news...
about what it is, I'm gonna punch the shit out of it.
The good news, you keep your cool. The bad news is that it is going to basically claw and try to leap onto your face.
Fuck off.
It attempts to do so. You can dodge and dip and duck and dive and dodge however you wish.
Well, I still beat it.
You still win.
Oi, fuck off!
You may take your turn, sir, Rex, as you react to this creature. Actually, I think we're going to the regular initiative order now. So,
Okay,
sorry, apologies, I stepped out of place. Rex manages to jump out of the way of this small monstrosity as it leaps to where he was and lands in the floor in front of you, Ralph. Let's have that cool check, please. Challenging.
Cool. Challenging. There we go.
What is in front of you is a warped and twisted visage of a child that is twisted and mutated in every way, and your instant reaction is to turn tail and run.
Yeah, I'm going to reroll.
You're going to reroll? Reroll
Yep.
away. Running seems like a really good idea right now.
Yeah, or I'm going to take. I'm the guy that spends all his points. Remember?
Sure.
So,
Okay.
the resolve.
Okay.
Was it the resolve to ignore?
Yeah, resolve ignores it this round, so you can act normally. Okay,
Yep.
but you will have a broken condition for next time, which will look like run the piss away. Okay.
Yep.
What are you going to do, Ralph?
Point my boomstick and pull the trigger.
Okay. Point blank, fire away.
I'm gonna be like, Ralph, no! As he goes to do
Too
it.
late.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what is it? Plus
Plus 60.
60.
It's point blank. It is small. Plus 50.
And then I'll do.
So plus 40 and an extra 10. Or just modifier of 50. Whatever you fancy.
Yeah.
That is a really good
Very
hit.
good.
Oh,
Why did you roll
Very
range
good.
black powder, though? Roll your damn weapon.
Yeah.
Roll your weapon and edit it, please. If you could target the demon child as well, that will save me on extra rolls.
I'll do it properly. Just ignore all this.
Delete, and we'll change it to 11. 11, FYI, is the best roll you can get, really, because it
There
does...
we go. Blunderbuss. And I'll do it like I did before. Boom.
There we go. And now we'll edit this to an 11.
Yep.
Right. I think it is just going to have to
explode?
take the damage. Although, because you're not rolling your weapon for some reason,
You
it's
did a black powder test.
you're doing
again.
black powder
Yeah,
tests.
but I rolled blunderbuss.
Huh. So what's the base damage of a blunderbuss? 8. Plus an SL
Plus 8,
of
yeah.
8, which is 16.
Damaging.
Okay. I hate life
Doesn't matter because
sometimes.
I rolled an 11. So
Okay, that's fine. Welcome to what it's like playing this on tabletop, and here's how to remove all the suspense from a fight scene, by the way. So what we're up to 16, and that will be then minus its 10. Okay, let me roll. You blow a chunk off of it. Its lower half dissipates in a puff of smoke in front of you. Pretty messed up. It screeches as some of the smoke starts to reform into flesh. Skullplate.
I'm going to hit it with my axe.
You don't have to roll fear or cool. Go right ahead.
Any modifier, since we're all stood around it?
And also, I didn't apply the critical
Only
hit on this.
2 people are in...
Go
Oh, we
blow.
outnumber it.
Okay, one more extra wound. You're not engaged with it currently. One person shot it. It has attacked you, Rex, so
I'm
you are
engaged with it.
engaged. So
Yeah,
you
so we
do
outnumber
outnumber it, or you would if it didn't have a particular talent. So just a
fuck,
challenging
gave it that
attack.
talent.
Yes.
So it's just a normal, no modifier?
Yeah, standard attack.
One
You're too
advantage.
close to charge it. So it's just a standard attack.
Oh, standard hit. Oh, good hit.
Okay, shoot up.
Oh.
That is a critical in
Ooh.
response, which will damage you. You do still win. I should have asked you if you want to burn an armor to do that first, but it's a crit you in the body. Are you going to burn a piece of armor to avoid the effect of that critical hit?
I don't have any armor.
You
My left arm.
right. 5 wounds, and
Oh.
you have blood rot. I'm going to go ahead and say that shit's not good.
Can I?
Fate point.
You can fate point to ignore it. Like, blood rot won't kill you, or it might. It's up to you. But if you could burn a fate point to say that hit never happened. It's 5 wounds, and you've got a really nasty disease.
That's a fate, not a fortune, isn't it? And I've only got
Oh
2
yeah,
more.
it would be a permanent fate point loss, unless you want to stomach the disease.
Bear in mind, we may have to giant dance.
Yeah, I'm going to burn the fate point.
Oh shit!
Boom, there it goes. That means I don't keep 2 fortune now, do I? I lose that fortune as well.
You will
right?
lose that. Rex.
Ew.
Retrospectively, I need you to make a challenging dodge.
I already made one.
Yeah, this isn't for that.
Oh, fuck.
And I forgot something else as well. The negative, because it was engaged.
Oh, fuck. No. That's less shit.
So close. Toughness minus 6. 6 minus your toughness bonus damage is taken. Minus
Both.
armor as well. Minimum of 1 damage taken.
So, toughness 34.
Yep.
Armor, I have armor. AP 1.
So
2 damage.
It's 2 damage.
2 damage. The shot that went into the demon child, that smoke that dissipated, Rex, it burns like hell. Before you can say anything, Skullplate also strikes the bugger and is going to do a pretty reasonable amount of damage, I would expect, to this.
Get them on it, please.
Yeah, you might actually. Could not complete. This is going to be one of those days.
It's because I probably interrupted it.
Yeah, the dodge probably interrupted all that.
Nah, it's okay. I'm going to delete a couple of bits. And we're going to make this frickin' work. How to slow down a fight scene like a motherfucker.
Oh, we're slowing it down. Ah, fuck! That missed, man! What the fuck?
Yeah, more of that for now. Just have a conversation while I figure out what the...
Ralph, you stupid bastard! You think you shot me, man?
it's because it... Well, weapon skills. Right, okay. To 9...
Do you want us to keep on yelling at each other?
No, it's okay. Skullplate, you managed to stab this small creature. Skullplate and Rex. Challenging dodge test, please.
Let's dodge.
Oh, finally. Nope, I still failed. Yay, more damage.
Oh, that was good.
This is for you, Rex.
One then.
1 damage. And that will be 1 damage on Skullplate too, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Who is next? Lazarus, it's you to go, bud.
Cool test, I'm assuming.
Cool test, please. Do not shit your pants. Challenging.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah. Close. Your instincts still run like hell. It's either a reroll,
Indeed,
or
yes.
run away,
Reroll.
or spend a resolve to ignore it for this round.
Oh, no, I'm gonna reroll.
One reroll.
Saying I'm out.
What's the
then
choice?
I have to use the resolve to stay.
One resolve to continue to fight. You can stab away. There are 3 of you engaged on this. You nearly outnumber it. It is freaky in that it seems to be able to switch direction in an instant. Its arms seem to be dissipating from one spot and poking out the smoke in another. It is disgusting. Right? Whatever you're going to do, let's do it. Nope. Standard. And this was something I forgot to roll earlier, which is fine. And that is a glorious fumble. What happens? You overexert yourself or stumble, suffering a torn muscle minor. It counts as a critical wound. Are we sticking with it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
1 torn muscle. There's your rules for torn muscle. I think we have to... Oof, okay. Right. And the child will defend itself. I think... Not quite. Not quite enough this time. Rex. How's it going?
I shall twat in the mush with my mighty hand weapon.
Okay. And we're nearly on you, Reinhard. You'll be next.
Yay!
Standard drinking is standard. Okay. Let's see how we do here. No more crits. No more crits. A decent hit.
I didn't target it, did I?
That's alright, you don't have to. So that is a 10 damage, that is 11 damage, and that is also... Oh, no.
Was I going to dodge? Because I already know it's acid smoke.
No. Your blade goes straight through it.
What?
You strike, it attempts to dodge out the way, and the mist reforms around your blade as you swipe through this creature. You did hit it. You're sure of it. You still gain your advantage for hitting it. Welcome to fighting demons. Occasionally, shit goes weird. Right. My little demonic child. To the man with the blunderbuss, who... you really, really want to eat right now. It looks towards you, and with a hideous screech... Disgusting. I will note that you have a blunderbuss in your hands. Thus, you have the choice of dodge or, like, melee improvised.
Melee improvised would be melee basic, right?
Well, you don't have a basic weapon equipped, do you?
I mean, just...
melee basic is for improvised, though, isn't it? So, yeah, melee basic, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think melee basic is for improvised, so yeah, let's go with that. Your choice.
Yeah,
But it with the
easy.
blunderbuss.
Standard test, challenging.
Yep. No bonuses for outnumbering?
Not yet.
Well, we do outnumber it.
You do.
Oh no, we don't because of the stupid fucking. Yeah, I know what you've done.
Stupid talents that prevent game-breaking stuff. Okay, who's got the best weapon skill base?
I do.
What is your base weapon skill?
Oh, weapon skill.
Yeah, it's the base attribute, I believe, not skill.
38.
45. That is a very slight hit. Not a particularly good one, though. That would be 9 damage to your body because it doesn't have a weapon. The opposed test doesn't work.
9 damage? Okay.
Yeah, 9 damage mitigated by your bits and bobs.
Body and armor, yeah, that's 5.
All of that as usual. I'll let you deal with that. Reinhard, what's up? Mental note. Add weapons to Demon Child because can't do opposed tests with this stuff, apparently.
Cool. I need to start with a cool test.
Yes, you do.
Challenging?
Have a +10.
Have a +10. Okay.
You, sir, are very light-headed. And it's only a child.
It's ready to take it on.
All right. It's just a child demon.
It's just a child, yeah.
Alpha would be well chuffed if you killed it.
Move next to him. Yep. Target him and give him a jab.
Okay. Challenging. Challenging jab.
Challenging jab. Targeted. Roll.
Not a bad hit. Let's see if we crit anyone in response.
Oh!
No.
That is a no. Despite the fact that you are feeling baller as hell right now, this thing is not ready to be hit. Ralph. You've used a resolve once. Let's, for anyone that's broken and decided to run, so I think Ralph and Lazarus, let's have your tests to see if you decide to run. See if you can get over your fear conditions.
Hey, do talents automatically add on to skills like this? Because I have cool-headed, which gives me +5.
Yes. Yeah, that's automatically added. Okay, so Lazarus still kind of feels like running, but let's see if it's still alive by then. Ralph, off you go.
You blew up! And I'm going to just butt it again with the...
With the blunderbuss.
Yeah.
Roll an improvised weapon for me, please.
What? Improvised...
it's the little
targeted.
fist.
It's a little fist.
No, the improvised weapon is the question mark.
Ah, that's the one, question mark. Yeah.
No bonuses?
Nope.
Okay.
You might have an advantage, sorry, but yeah, I think you've got one advantage still.
Nope, because I lost.
Yes.
4. So I'll just roll.
Oof.
Okay.
Reroll.
It's now rolling a hand weapon because I can actually do opposed tests this way. That's better.
Yep.
Just love it how we're all encircling this little thing, just like jabbing at the floor.
All right.
Die, child, die.
You definitely do some damage to it.
Not.
That being... No, that's a lie. But by some, I mean a tiny bit, as the smoke just seems to poof to the side as you swipe through it. Well, you gain an advantage. And everyone that's touching it, please roll a challenging dexterity test, please.
Dexterity?
Dodge. My bad. I just wanted to make dexterity relevant for once.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can never make dexterity relevant.
Nearly.
Totally shite skill. Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
It's relevant for me.
Okay.
Wow, everybody fucked up.
Everyone failed.
Apart from Lazarus.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Rex, this is for you.
Hang on, I'm going to re-roll mine.
Skullplate, this is for you.
Oh, fuck, I just took myself down to 1 wound. That's not what I wanted.
I re-rolled, so you don't need to do one for me.
Yep. Ralph, this is for you.
Ooh.
Of course.
Oh, shit.
And lastly, Lazarus, we don't need to. Just manages to get out the way. You're kind of getting in the rhythm of this now. And that kind of hurt. Oh, geez, Ralph. What happened to you, bud?
It's usual for my characters.
Standard Kislevite things.
Taking all the damage.
Yeah. Okay. Skullplate, you're bleeding, but you're a dwarf, you've got lots of blood. You're feeling kind of chill right now. In front of you is a demon child. What are you going to do?
I'm going to hit it again. Do I get my modifier or have I lost that?
You lost it.
Fantastic.
No,
You got squirted on by acid smoky blood stuff.
Yes, mate.
A decent go of it.
Good shit.
And a
Oh,
fumble.
dear fumble.
A demonic fumble. Okay, lose grips of its weapon. Its hand. Okay, it's okay. Next turn is -10. But in the meantime, 13, 6, 13 -6 is enough
7.
to cleave through it. As your entire group rolls a challenging dodge test for me again, please.
Fuck's sake. It's official, alright? I hate acid and burning blood, alright?
Truth.
Right.
I'm using
Ralph's gonna die.
resilience.
How's it going, Ralph? Okay.
I'm using resilience.
You're going to use
roll a 1.
resilience? What about
Yep,
corruption
I'm
reroll?
rolling a 1.
Okay, you're going to roll a 1. Okay.
Yep.
Ralph is well out of the way, all of a sudden, stands way back, knowing that this is going to go... Okay. So who have we got? We've got Reinhard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you. This is for you, Grim. So that's just 1 damage for you. Grim, that will be 8 damage, mitigated by your toughness still.
And armor.
And armor.
Sweet.
And I think that's all. As this creature fades into a puff of smoke. Skullplate still bleeding, but it disappears in front of your eyes.
Right. Well, could have done without that.
Yes, you'll see it.
Should have burned the body before it started moving, man. Ugh.
Well, I say
Hey,
we
look.
burn this place down.
I would agree with you there, but I want to finish looking at some stuff first.
You can take it all and look later.
Rex,
Yeah.
behind you, Maria's body falls to the floor.
Okay.
Slumping on its side.
Right, just going to take 1 step back. That's a bit weird.
Should we check if there are any more dead bodies with bloated bellies around here?
I think first things first is maybe somebody should bandage Skullplate. He's looking like he's getting a bit pale.
Do a heal check for him.
Okay. You've got all the time in the world. Easy dexterity test or an easy heal test.
Yeah, I can help as well.
Stop trying to cram in dexterity.
It's
He's helped
useless.
me out of 10.
it is a handsy thing. Yeah, sure. Very easy.
I could do with some bandaging too, please.
Marvelous.
101 Dalmatians.
You are well and truly bandaged, skull plates.
Excellent.
It's almost like one a little armband you'd wear in a swimming pool. Now.
Right. So the body's slumped over to the side.
Yeah.
Can you bandage me up too, or am I just left hanging here? What? Come on.
Bandaging only stops healing, just so you know. But or
You
bleeding.
can do some heal for me.
Okay. I pat him on the head.
What does this potion do that you gave me?
That'll the potion in game terms is your toughness bonus. Back in wounds.
Right. So, how damaged are you, Ralph?
One wound left.
So, if I give him the potion,
I love this hybrid between roleplay and metagaming that's going on.
I feel like shit.
I feel like shit. I've lost 15 wounds. Do you have anything that can heal a particular amount?
I don't have to.
Seriously, you can use heal on me to heal.
That's
You
up
don't
to
have to use.
Hydra.
You have to, oh, it's just what is it? The house rule?
No, it's just a healing poultice.
Yeah.
I don't
I
don't have one.
Well, why did you offer him one?
I didn't.
He went to bandage skull plate to stop the bleeding.
Right. Ralph establishes that there is, aside from first aid, which is a heal test, which can be done to heal someone, there are no potions. But yes, Lazarus could just do a heal test to heal Ralph a little bit, first aid styley.
Put the band-aid there.
Where is
Average heal test.
Look up,
Advanced skills. Who's doing what right now?
Well, I've just literally got to the point of, body slumped, step back, that was it.
Okay. You're just like watching the body. It doesn't move anymore. Reinhard, a average perception roll, please.
Yeah, looking around. Perception.
I'm now going to, now that the
average.
jumping it. So first thing first is go over to the body and stab the abdomen.
Okay.
So I'm looking around. What I'm interested in is if there are any other bodies around that may contain more of these demon childs, as there may not just be one.
Wouldn't that just be horrible? But no, there's not. You've scoured the room. The body on the bed, far different to that of Maria, the former matron. Does not appear to have anything within its abdomen. The abdomen is entirely undisturbed.
What?
Maybe the demon baby is the one that did the damage and killed him?
Hang on, so you're telling me that body is normal now?
No. Undisturbed, aside from what you previously saw. Slashed down the chest, cutting out a heart and wings, burned into the quilt, but the body doesn't have any, it's not misshapen in any way.
Oh, right, we're talking about two different bodies here. I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're not talking about Maria, we're talking about a dude on the bed.
Yeah, dude on the bed.
Dude on the bed is dude on the bed. Maria is basically missing all of her internal organs as she is slumped on her back, Rex, in front of you, and you sort of give it a stab just to make sure, like, all of the insidey bits, you're not sure what they're called, but, like, the bits
they feel normal.
Yeah, they normally go in a casserole, but this is just, yeah.
Right, great.
We'll come to corruption tests in a bit.
Sorry about that, Maria.
What was in this little box that Maria was slumped over?
The chest she sat on, as she's off of it now, you can look inside. It's more personal effects of the Lord. Or former Lord. So, clothing, items, it's a lot for one to carry.
Okay.
It's like a combat...
rummage with him then? I'm standing right next to him.
There's a little bit of silverware, just lots of knickknacks, really.
It'd be stuff to sell. We do have a large debt to pay, and we need more stonemasons, so anything we can get.
So it's predominantly clothing, shoes, a few belts, like
So it's just closed locker.
lots of clothing, and a few other bits tucked in the side. Like we've already found a hand mirror, but there's another hand mirror here. A spare quill, some inks tucked down the side of it in a separate compartment. But yeah,
Grab anything that looks as if it has any value.
Well, these are nobles' clothes, so they are valuable.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Did Lazarus tell the entire group about the thing with the body and the necklace?
I mentioned it to Reinhard and Ralph because they were nearby.
yeah, you were listening at the time, skull plates, so you would have overheard. It's not like there's much else to listen to in here.
So, Ralph, you picked up some jewellery downstairs. Are there any necklaces or anything?
Oh, well, I don't know. I put them in my pocket. I'll have a look.
I'll get out your pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, you have them. Well, check it out.
You look at the burn mark on the chest, which seems to be that of a singular pendant. The jewelry you have doesn't seem to match the size and shape. There are a few different styles of jewelry, predominantly rings, but a couple of chains and one or two lockets, but nothing that seems to match the size and shape of the burned mark on this poor individual's chest.
Is it any sort of burn? Does it look like anything we would recognise, like a sigil of Sigma or anything like that?
Sort of circular, but no, there's no engraving from it aside from the circle imprint it's left. So you can tell the shape of it, but little else.
Okay. Is it still as dark, even though the demon baby is dead? It's not changed anything in that regard?
That is a very good question.
Oh, look out the window.
As the light increases slightly. Not dramatically, but the range of your candle, your torch, increases, say, 50%. Still not that of a normal light source.
Shit. There's something else in here.
Maybe painting. It was weird. Maybe we should burn it.
As long as we don't burn ourselves down in the place with it.
Well, we could
What?
take it outside.
And leave it.
I say we grab what we can, grab Alf, get him to come back with us and be the cook, and just burn this whole place down.
Reinhard, one more average perception test, please. You can hear a voice from downstairs.
Hey! The mutton stew's ready. Are you alive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alf. Yeah.
We're just dandy, mate.
Right.
And you hear a little bit of thudding as he... and a wardrobe slide to the side again.
Right then, gents. I think we're done up here. Unless is there any more places we can go look at things?
This is the upper floor. This is the only room up here.
And we've looked in all the areas where
You've
we've
examined every crevice. Yeah, it's as far as a nobleman sort of quite mansion is, it's relatively humble, but yeah,
It's a holiday home,
exactly.
so it's not meant to
They're
be
very
massive.
large, spacious rooms, each of them, but they're not overly crowded in furniture, and you have been through everything that you could see.
Okay.
Back down to Alf.
Back downstairs. I'm just going to go past that desk again on the way on the mid row.
Yep. Just have a little peep at it.
Yeah, see if anything's changed because we're dealing with demon scum.
Sure.
The joy.
Taking the painting with the
You're taking the painting.
with the picture facing away from me.
Okay.
Somebody
okay.
will already need helping with that one.
Kislevite smart.
I'll go help him carry it.
Okay. It is pretty big.
I'm gonna try and grab anything of value, clothes, whatever.
Okay.
We can take that painting and sort of just chuck it out the front door. So it's not in the building.
Out!
Get out!
Get out!
Uncle Phil
Brilliant.
throwing Jazzy Jeff out. We'll take it outside and maybe set fire to it.
The
Sure.
keg from the second floor.
Yeah.
Yep. You take the keg from the second floor. Is that to keep or to help burn? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Okay. Undecided, maybe both.
Both.
Okay, so painting gets chucked out on the lawn. Woof. It goes up very quickly. No further changes to the light that you can tell. Things seem to be relatively the same. As you arrive downstairs,
I'm going to come and have a chat to Alf.
Alf is keen.
So, seeing as you're still alive, do you want ale or do you fancy another red?
Red.
Glass of red. All right.
We're gonna grab some food, Alf, and we want you to come with us. We're gonna burn this house down.
But I've only just started to master the culinary arts.
But we got a good place for you where you can be cook. Well, good place. I mean, we got a place for you.
How many people are there to cook for?
A whole town.
Oh. Are there
I think you'd like it.
Are there any other ogres?
No, but
Even
maybe
better.
there is a big guy you can help us fight it. Maybe you like him fighting, right?
I, my friend, have found my true calling.
as he holds up a ham to him.
This I call a devilled ham.
And takes a large bite out of it, which is probably the size of your head.
It is absolutely. I think the port really brings out the flavour. Have a try.
Oh, sure. Looks good.
I'll have a try.
Terabit. He's figured out the recipe of pulled pork, like 1,000 years early. It's a bloody miracle.
Right.
Nice bit of spice in there. Well done, Alf.
Well, I ain't leaving without all of this food. I'll help you out with it, I guess.
We can grab it all before we burn this place.
Where is this town, anyway?
Well, it's just a little while away.
What's it called?
It's called the Tom. Yeah.
Tom. Alf, the cook of Tom.
Yes,
Yeah.
it sounds good.
It has a ring.
All right. Sure.
And Alf spends the next hour or two just lugging crates out onto a
All the
cart
good stuff. Yeah.
to take it away. FYI, there was a cart in the grounds around the back, which was kind of difficult to see earlier, and I didn't mention, but it's there. And it's for him, it's a hand cart. It's normally pulled by a horse, but he's just loading it up with crates of food and shit. So while that's going on, what are you guys up to?
I'm gonna take some of those spirits out to the guardhouse.
Yep.
Taking more wine.
Slosh it around a little bit and set fire to the guardhouse.
Okay. It goes up without any resistance. The place seems far too flammable, in a sense. But it goes up. Rex.
Yeah. So I was stopping at the mid table.
Yep. Nothing had changed. I had assumed you'd picked up to the note from the half written.
Yeah, I picked up the note. I
Yep.
picked up the books.
Yep.
On the table.
Yep. Seal, etc.
And I look at the 2 gold coin.
Yep. Still there.
Still there.
Nothing's changed.
Still normal.
Nothing's changed.
I'll take that as postage then.
Okay. Sounds like Rex is feeling a little paranoid about all of this weird mumbo jumbo going on.
He is.
Yeah.
Because we've got Zinch wings kicking around.
Yeah. And don't worry,
Although
chap.
he wouldn't know that.
No.
But he knows what he saw.
We will be getting to the corruption tests, don't worry. We'll probably do that after the show for the fighting a demon child at least. Right. So, you are able to pack up everything. I would say it probably takes the best part of an hour or two to really, like, ransack the place. Alf doesn't seem to care at all about just removing stuff. As he's just interested in food, though. Like,
Yeah.
If he sees any clothing, he's like, and you're like, yeah, can you take this? He's like, no. There's ale over here.
Okay.
So that's basically what he's spending his time doing. Anything else to be done, or are you just sort of ransacking and running the hell away?
Ransack
and burn.
Ransack and burn.
Run
Okay.
away.
All right. And so I feel like we could probably do a little bit of a time skip back to Tarm even.
While the house is burning, is there any change to the light in the area?
For the guardhouse, no.
But we're burning
The house.
the house as we
The house as well. Yes.
Everything is normal.
The clouds start to lift as the flames rise up. It starts to lift.
Oh, thank DOS.
So my question is, what was still alive?
I would imagine it was just the whole house was corrupted.
The bodies or something we missed, don't know.
Yeah. Oh well.
The important thing is it's on fire.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So the group of you are heading in Celeb's cart that you've borrowed, and Alf is carrying a cart by himself as the mule, sort of singing a fairly chirpy tune. At which point he shares with you that he was a drummer for one of the mercenary war bands. So he basically hums some rather uneventful tunes to you as you go back. And you arrive back at Tom. Rex, are you leaving note unread for now?
I was going to read it on the way back, because now I can see.
Okay. You can certainly read it a lot better on the way
Now
back.
that I'm not in the pitch black.
Yes. So on the route back, let's go for a copy pasta. We'll go for a.
Plastering something to me.
No, I will read. I'll give you. You'll get a copy as well.
DM it to me.
Yeah, we'll read it out for the audience as well, because otherwise they'll be like, "The fuck was in the letter?" But
Well, maybe I don't want to tell them.
If anyone doesn't know what's in it, let me know. No, just mute the stream. But Rex, you read the letter in your head as I look for the journal entry. Right. Brother, my sincerest apologies for not writing back to you sooner. Reichland has been cruel as of late, and my circumstances have begun to cloud what is truly important to me. Now, despite our differences, I look forward to arranging this meet, and perhaps our tavern in Blutrock would be a suitable venue. We should consider Theodosius as worthy of an invite as well. What he puts up with within that manor sounds to be enough of a chore to make even Verena herself lose patience. Sadly, the curse of gold is not just something that affects our dwarven allies, it would seem, and from what I have heard and seen, our brother is far stretched from what we remember of him. Perhaps Isleheart was not the place for him to heal after all. Perhaps what it did to his body, it undid to his mind. I have been keeping abreast of things, you see. Theodosius, on his last visit, had left me a keepsake from our father. He claims to have smuggled it out under Leopold's nose. I have cherished it since and have thanked him on numerous occasions for his counsel over these past years. Even our beloved childhood matron has been writing to me with frequent updates on the woes of Tarm and the levels of starvation and depravity that has fallen on the town. She plans once more to visit, this time with some news, something she has found. I do not look forward to it, though. unlikely it would be good news. I am left to worry what else will be used to tempt me back there. Finally, I will come to the crux of this letter. My health has been ill as of late, my mind with it. The sum total of my strength can barely hold this quill. It is some strange affliction. Perhaps it is akin to what befell our brother in his youth. Still, I am sure with wine and hearty food I will endure. I deeply look forward to seeing you again, Brant. One letter. Narrated Resident Evil style.
Right, okay. So that makes that. I'm just mumbling to myself.
Rex is mumbling for the majority of your journey while Alf is singing. And does Rex have anything he wants to say, or shall we head back to Tarm?
No.
Back to Tarm.
Back to Tarm.
No, you're not going to tell us about the letter. Wonderful.
You just heard it.
Did you read it out loud?
I just read bits, like the important bits.
Sure. The important bits. As you arrive back in town.
The fact that the younger brother's been afflicted with something for a long time is the most interesting part.
We knew that, but the brother who died seems to think it's very similar. What he was suffering.
Well, in the letter he says it was from a young age, which would tell me that obviously he's just there in name, not in anything else at this point.
Or we saw him lying on a bed with his chest burst open, some sort of demon wings on the bed, that perhaps he was possessed.
Possibly.
Maybe that's where Demon Baby came from. Matron turned up.
Wouldn't surprise if they were having an affair. Got no proof.
She's like 70. Just throwing that in there. But
yeah, could have had an affair.
They can be kinky as F at that age.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Fucking, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, that brother's what, 40?
I mean, we also have to remember, although it was in her belly, it doesn't mean that she gave birth to it. I mean, do we know somebody
gave birth when we turned up?
It just crawled up her, you mean?
No, it could have been just
ate her from the inside.
Yeah, it could have been. It killed her and started eating her from the inside, and it was just nesting in her stomach. I mean, his chest was wide open. Just throwing out theories. His chest was wide open. So
yeah, but that thing could have been eating him for a while.
Yep, or it could have come from him. Maybe that's...
As a point of clarification, just to make sure I have not misled you in any way, the wound on the front of his torso was more surgical, straight line down the chest.
Okay. So somebody's been removing shit.
There was no animal involved. Only a blade could do that. It was straight line down the sternum. So there was a tearing open of the rib cage, but the incision was a clean cut, whereas she was a mangled mess of flesh.
How long did the Stragani disappear for? And when did they go?
Month and a bit.
Okay, so
do you mean before the campaign, or sort of that bit where they went away for a while?
Both.
They're always coming and going.
Right, okay.
Yeah, they don't stay here for very long. They set up camp for a month, then leave, then come back, then leave. And repeat.
Yeah, okay, it's going to be impossible to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, the demon baby could have come from a ritual sacrifice of some sort. Hence why his chest was cut open.
But the fact that she had news for him...
She had more than news. She had an item for him, if you remember.
A keepsake of some sorts.
Oh yeah, the keepsake. Well, that was probably what burned him to death.
It was something around his neck.
Yeah, and now that's gone.
That could have been it. We couldn't find that anywhere.
So whoever cut him open probably nicked that.
Hmm.
Whatever that necklace is, it's cursed.
Or is it?
Probably.
Did it burn him because he was possessed? It could be either.
Anyway,
Maybe his brother will know more.
the fighting one. Now I have an address, I can at least start working on that.
Well, there's two options. We can go to him, or we just post the letter.
I did take the seal.
Because that letter suggests meeting in Blutrock.
It said about the taverns in Blutrock. That's been and gone.
Oh, he looked forward to meeting him. They were talking about meeting in
Don't
Blutrock.
forget, this guy died 6 months ago.
Right.
Yes, when he was writing that letter.
Which means he didn't send it. Which means he didn't set up a meeting with his brother, and his brother probably hasn't heard from him. Well, he wouldn't have heard from him in 6 months. What's the chances his brother knows he's dead?
Yes. Maybe we should bring the letter.
Or maybe we deliver the letter and the terrible news of his brother's death.
Well, yes.
Or perhaps the card should probably take it. I'm not so sure a dwarf slayer showing up on his doorstep would really put him at ease, but sure.
Yes. Just dump it all by the servants.
I think I might have a chat with Sigurd, see how he wants to go. Because because I don't know much about this guy yet. So handing him a letter and telling him his brother's dead might spark something. Might come back to town, I don't know.
Rex,
They're both slachta, so that would be better.
how strange does it seem to Rex that there's a sealed envelope addressed to his brother and a letter written to his brother outside of that envelope?
That's a very good point.
Right,
I'm just
rat
pointing
hole,
it out to
candle, opening it
avoid
up.
any misunderstandings.
And we have a seal to reseal the letter.
We have a seal to reseal it, so
You open the envelope.
yep.
It's empty.
Okay.
There's nothing inside.
I was gonna say, if you want to make dexterity relevant, there you go.
Nope. It's just empty.
Why would you seal a letter that's empty? Is there is invisible ink such a thing in this universe?
Maybe to the sneakiest of thieves.
Shit.
Make a perception test if you like. Average. Just to look around.
I have a buddy that's a thief. Can I ask Rex if he wants to go to this buddy of mine?
Sure.
I can't see shit.
Well, dwarven eyes are supposedly better, right?
Right, roll a perception test. Average.
Sun's in my eyes.
Yeah.
So Rex, do you want me to talk to my buddy and see if he wants to have a look?
The GM's going to say something. Wait.
Who's
You
this
can't.
GM?
You can't see much. Carry on.
Oh,
I mean, because I've heard things like some people were able to use like ink that wasn't there, but then they did something and then it was there. I've heard about it. Don't know much about it.
My guy may know, but
Check with him.
yeah,
Sure.
take it to him and check.
Yeah.
Just make sure we've got a note of that address, just in case.
Okay. Okay. You can take some time to track down your friend Reinhard, who's happy to take a look. They don't know how to read and write, but they have occasionally seen codes used. Just looks like an empty envelope to them.
Okay. I'll report that back.
What the hell? Would you seal an envelope without anything in it?
He was going out of his mind. Says so on the letter.
But then write a letter upstairs at a different desk.
Someone was trying to... No, nobody else was in the house, I don't think. I was going to say, maybe somebody else tried to forge it or got spooked.
Can I compare the handwriting directly in front of me?
Sure. Easy perception.
Sure.
Same handwriting. Little shaky.
Well.
Fernando and Santiago see you've come back to town, and Fernando approaches you.
Hey, senores, have you seen the cigarette?
Well, it can't be Fernando. We can't understand him.
He's learnt a little bit of the language.
Okay.
He's got linguistics. He can pick up any language in a month.
Right. So, nah, mate. Last I heard, he was hanging around with the elf.
I need to show him the map. He figured out the code.
You figured the code?
Si, senor. Easy.
Show us then, mate.
All right.
He holds up a mirror to it. It was written backwards.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That explains all the hand mirrors.
Si, senor. There is a map of the Nome, there is a map of the other cities, and there's his name. See? Sigurd. Question mark. And there's some others, and they had the lines through them. They have been crossed off.
Sorry, I missed that. You were lost in accent, I'm afraid.
There's basically lots of names in cities of various people, and some of the names have been crossed off. Sigurd's had a question mark by it.
So, of the names that were crossed off, do I recognise any of them?
Only in that they all sound noble fancy pants names. There's so many syllables in each one, it's just like, yep, these are all nobles.
They're all nobles.
There is one other word that she's written a few times, and has anyone got law local? The law Reichland?
No.
I think I have.
I can do an intelligence test for you.
I've got law local.
So I'm going to get it soon.
Roll.
I have a local peasant.
He shares a word with you that doesn't sound familiar. I would tell you what it is, but you'd meta the fuck out of it. So, as far as you're concerned, it's Erschmlibla.
Oh, great.
Is it Bretonian or Wastelander? Which are those two languages?
Erschmlibla.
Okay. Fine.
Not
It's
a
right.
Scooby.
It's a Reichland thing, but we don't know anything about Reichland. We have to find somebody.
Find a scholar. I do not know. Somebody who knows more about words. I just fucking learned this language. Anyway.
Well done, mate. Well done.
I'm off to...
So it's not a dwarf language.
No.
Oh, right. Worth a try, right?
Has anyone got... Oh, no you don't. Never mind.
I was about to say, the best I can do is an intelligence test on that.
No, afraid not. It's specific. But never mind.
Right.
So.
Roll that with Thorg later.
Yep. And so, I will point to you now as we catch up on Tarm that Tarm is a little quieter than it was a couple of weeks ago. There are some who have left, with the imminent return of a witch hunter and many growing sceptical that he will allow the town to live. A few shops have closed down. The weaver, the tanner, despite renting their property here, have packed up and left, as has the Fletcher. Numerous villagers have also left. Approximately 15% of the population. Some of you might have heard rumours of this starting to happen, but last few days it has increased pace. Meanwhile, the temple is being built, with some small amounts of progress being made. There's
Go
still
over
a
there, I guess.
long way
See
to
if
go.
there's anybody working on it? Of course.
Yeah, there are a few people assembling things at the moment. There are a few thugs that are currently lifting a piece of wood and trying to put it in position. He's instructing them on how to place some sort of beam.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back.
Right, mate.
As you can see, we are building the temple.
It's good stuff, man. Ugh.
Yes. We have about 6 months. No, wait. 6 weeks to finish this.
We're
Where
working
is my
on
brother?
something. Last I heard, he was hunting around for some help to help you with the temple.
You over there. Could you bring this piece of wood over to me?
And they bring over this giant, it's basically a tree trunk.
If you are to see my brother, please tell him I would like to shove this up his ass. Because
Great.
I am supposed to be here building the temple, and there are fuck all resources to build the temple.
We are working on it, mate. We will get it done.
Good. I am willing to even shove it up using the blunt end.
Now, that I would love to see. However, I don't think it's going to be too productive, do you?
No.
We'll keep that as plan B, yeah?
Sigma be with you.
All right, my friend. We'll see you later.
Take care for now. And tell him his sister is coming to see him.
Sister?
Sister?
Oh,
Yes, there has been a death in the family.
Oh. I suppose
My
you drink.
condolences.
I am sorry for your loss.
Do not worry. We all get a lot of money.
He smiles.
Do you drink?
Of course I drink.
We need to have a drink sometime.
I will be in the tavern later after I am done with these assholes who are trying to build the temple and keep fucking it up.
I'm gonna give him a bottle of the wine that I stole.
He bites off the cork, takes a swig.
Thank you. Sigma be with you, and blessings and various things. Go and have fun now.
We've been having fun all day. Walk off.
Good.
Right. Gents, we have a serious problem. I just completely lied to him. We have done fuck all on this shit. We need to do something.
We always have the giant.
But wait a
We gotta
moment.
sell this stuff.
I'm one thing I'm not clear yet, because the man we found in the house who was dead,
Right.
he was the Lord, or he was the brother of the Lord?
He is the brother of this lord in this town. He was the financial brother who retreated to the home, to the holiday home, and had been sat there for the last 6 months. I probably think he's been dead for the last 6 months, if I'm honest. Or, you know,
Oh, he was dead for 3.
Oh, was it 3?
Yeah.
We have
he disappeared
signet.
6 months ago.
Yeah, we have a signet, right?
We have their signet, yes.
So we can dress up our friend and say he's been deputized or whatever you call it, and just walk into the manor over there, waving the signet around, saying yes, all is fucked, and you leave.
Sure. Wait, hang on. The signet thing I've got that's a signet ring for sealing, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
You could sign letters by Brant Tarm.
Yeah, I was about to say we could sign letters as long as nobody learns that he's actually dead.
Meanwhile, Alf is bringing the cart by, and a couple of guards have approached him. He seems to be locked. This is when you arrive back from
the temple.
Yeah.
Alf seems to be sort of like trying to wave them away, and a few of them are inspecting what's on the cart.
Oh, let's get him back to the rat hole.
Yeah, let's get him back to the rat hole before shit goes down.
Hey, clear off. We found this. It's our food. Scarper, all right.
I will say the guards, one of them was up on top of the cart having like a little poke around by the time you arrived back. They go back to their post.
Okay. Just gonna look at them like, what?
Yeah, they're like squinting at you like, fuck they been up to?
I'm going to take a few seconds to give them a bit of a stare.
Oh, the glare.
Roll me an intimidate.
The Slayer glare's coming out.
I'm not intimidate.
Oh.
Astounding success.
Wow, it's even... Wow.
Okay. They I'm fairly sure this is it.
Something in your eye, or what? You look funny.
You alright, mate? You having a stroke?
You seen that carry-on scene with Julius Caesar where the guards can't stop laughing?
You mean...
I have, but yeah.
Biggeth dicketh. That scene. Effectively, you squint at them. One of them just starts laughing, and the other one starts laughing at him laughing. They think you're hilarious and quite cute.
Yeah. I don't know.
Life of Brian.
Timing wise, Thieves Guild.
Oh, is it Life of Brian? What?
Yeah, Life of Brian.
I'm going to start.
Shit, mate. Yeah.
Alf back to the rat hole.
All right then. Let me go find my new home in this rather welcoming looking place.
I don't know how many places you've been, mate.
He's happy, so it's good.
Are there any ghosts?
No.
As
far as I'm aware.
Creepy crawlies?
Holy spirits.
A few rats.
Oh, that's all right. They add to the flavour.
All right, he's chuffed.
Right. Thieves Guild, or is it not a quick thing? Thieves Guild.
Yeah, if everyone's got 5 minutes.
Yep.
Right. All right, guys. So, I tracked down Reinhard's crossbow. You know he lost that shit last time.
To do, was it?
Hey.
Who was it? Do you know?
Yeah, apparently the Thieves Guild of Tarn, which is basically a snotty bunch of teenagers. So let's go have a visit and see if we can get your shit back.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me. So you're looking for a group of kids that fit a rough description of like,
I know one of them.
Yeah. You know who they are. You got to find them. So you could have a good hunt around. Roll me an average perception just to see if you can just see them running around town with a quick move around. Like they might be in their homes, etc. You know where they live. So
Yeah, I know where they live.
okay, yeah, you see one of them.
Right. Oi.
Hey, what do you want?
Yeah. Just get over here.
Hey, I didn't even do nothing. I was just standing
don't-
here and something, and then this big thing came over, and it was all like that.
I don't care. You nicked that man's crossbow. I want it back.
We didn't do that. We found it.
You bloody well did. Don't lie to me. I know your parents.
I'm going to walk over and stand next to Reinhard, and I'm next to Rex, and I'm going to try this again.
Try the intimidate again.
He's a kid. Do I get any modifiers on this?
Nah, it's fine.
So kids, you're fine at intimidating.
I'll give you a little plus afterwards. Okay. Right, his willpower is less, so okay. Well, that's close though. Still, that's close. He's like, oh, whatever, and I didn't even, and stuff, and Charlie did it, and I swear I didn't even do anything, nothing or whatever.
Oi. Give it back. Nobody has to know a thing. Nobody says any more about it.
We sold it.
For fuck's sake. Who to?
Merchant.
Did you see that big man, the big tall man we came into town with today? Like twice as tall as us? Yeah, he can eat you whole. So if you don't tell us everything we want to know, we will give you to him. He's a cook, you know.
Roll an intimidate.
I need to roll an intuition.
Average.
Intimidate.
Oh. Hey.
If you speak to Harry, his mum took it. She said it was dangerous and he might hurt himself.
Intuition check. Check which one's actually true.
Sure. Maybe that'd be roll a dice for him as well. Okay. Seems legit.
Fine. Then come with us to see Harry's mum, boy.
No, I don't need to go. Like, you don't need...
I said, come with us to meet Harry's mum, boy.
Okay, like he can't resist. He's a child.
Yeah.
He's like 12 years old, maybe 10.
Just makes it easier.
Right. So wherever Harry's house is.
Okay, go to Harry's house. Harry's mum answers the door.
Yeah.
I assume you're just like, we're here to pick up the crossbow that your child stole.
Hello, Mrs. Harry.
Fuck it, let's roleplay all this out.
Hello, what's going on?
Hang on.
What are you all doing here?
Good afternoon. Apparently, you took a crossbow off your son.
I did not.
Are you sure?
Well, I might have reclaimed it.
Right. That crossbow belongs to that road warden. Point to Reinhard.
To be safe.
We would like to have it back because we need it to do something rather dangerous.
Oh. How dangerous?
As in, we might not come back dangerous.
4 times the size of your house, miss.
If you're not going to come back, you won't need a crossbow then, will you?
You won't need a bloody house when they burn the town down.
Roll and intimidate. We're muscling our way through today.
Shit.
Oof. The willpower's not that. No, actually, her willpower's pretty good.
Yeah. My roll was so shit.
We can do this easy way, or we can do this hard way. The
Oh,
Kislev
God,
way.
we're not gonna. There we go. We got an angry
A
person
better
now.
one. Yeah.
I'm impatient. Where's the crossbow?
She like squares up to you. Like your nose and forehead are pretty much in her cleavage right now. And she is a buxom woman, and she is round and chunky in all the right places.
Listen here, love. We're starving after death, all right? We ain't got no fucking food. What's a mum supposed to do? All right.
Customer.
How about we give you 3 meals for a week, and you give me back my crossbow?
Yeah, that'll
What? No.
All right,
You're gonna give the crossbow now, or I'm going to clock you.
You've already rolled one.
Mate.
She's not that intimidated by Kislevites.
He didn't
You
roll
rolled pretty
once,
well.
He rolled. He
Didn't roll
rolled.
anything.
Oh,
He hasn't rolled anything.
oh, that's from
no.
the guard. Okay, you
That's
roll
from
now,
the
Ralph. Okay, this is your roll for this, your contribution.
I'm just going to clock her. I fail, so just so you know. What was it today?
Just a challenging intimidate.
Oh, Kislevites.
Yeah, a 19-year-old brat just told her something.
I just bury my hand.
She's like, watch your mouth, little boy.
I just bury my hand in my face and just go, Kislevites.
I'm gonna head over to Alf's cart, and I'm gonna pick up some food, just whatever just goes in my big meaty hand. Just walk over and go, how about now?
She grabs the crossbow,
Here you go.
eyes up the food, sort of licks her lips.
Then I walk away with the food.
She doesn't give it to you until she's got the food. She's
I know
not
you
dumb.
didn't say that. It didn't say that. Okay, fair enough.
She ain't dumb. She's more savvy than you lot by the looks of it.
I hand over the food as she hands over the crossbow to one of the other guys.
She walks away with the crossbow and the food, joking.
I take the crossbow.
All right, yeah, she walks away with the food.
Suka.
Oh, my baby.
Reinhard,
Again.
I chuck it back to him.
Don't throw this.
As she's walking away,
Well, thank God we got Captain Lambert looking after us. Something one.
Nice to see him bring you some food to your doorstep.
I would say as she shuts the door, she points to another crate of food, slams the door.
Right, now that we have that back,
Cheers, lads.
don't lose it again.
Joke's on her. I never wash my hands.
Oh,
As you step away from the building, the child that has run inside has gone upstairs and gives you the most menacing evils that he possibly can, and then hides a little bit when you look at
no,
it.
we just all look up and he's like, where?
In fact, I point my crossbow at him, just sort of like aim it up at his,
Yeah.
his window.
He's like,
We will remember the day that you caught the thief. Bye.
just runs and hides.
You will remember this day as the day that you almost caught.
Pretty much. Pretty much. All right.
That had to be the worst thief ever.
It was 10.
Well, I don't know. He did capture the. He did get the crossbow.
Yeah, but he got
I'm
caught.
keeping a closer eye on that bad boy.
Could have stabbed her, but you know, I think that would have been a bit harsh.
Yeah, we are supposed to be looking after the town and the townspeople. We already lost some. Where have they all gone, by the way?
Well, this place is going to be burnt down in 6 weeks, and we've done fuck all to the temple. That's why, mate.
Anywhere else would be the answer.
Even Blutrock's looking better than this place right now.
Yeah, but that gets attacked.
To the rat hole.
To the rat hole.
To the rat hole.
To the rat hole with a few crates of fancy pants ale for a change, where you find Fernando.
Is it market day, by the way?
It's always market day.
Right then, gossip as I walk through the street.
Yeah, just roll your gossip test.
Yep, there we go. There you go. It's all right.
Okay. Captain Lambert has been riding around, charging an extra tax for anyone in the area to try and get money for the temple, and has been doing a sort of okayish job of it. It's just like he's just skimming a little bit off of the nobles coming by and has been pumping a little bit more money into the town. Thus, he's a bit still sort of the talk of the town right now.
Completely oblivious.
Yeah.
I've been stroking my crossbow.
Nobody
Beer.
else knows what's going on. Beer. Food.
Yeah, like I'd say the stuff that we said earlier is like that everyone knows, but you guys are in the rat hole drinking ale. Alf is sat on the floor because the boxes won't sustain his colossal mass. He does fit in the double door at the front, however. It's just a hell of a squeeze, and Soren's response is just, "Hey yo."
All right, Soren.
That translates roughly to "what the fuck," which is pretty much where I think we'll end today's session. And well done, everyone lived. Nearly Ralph died. We'll get him soon.
He's burning resources.
Soon. Where did Grim go? I've dragged everyone but him.
He seems to be by the herbalist hut. I wondered if he wanted to do something.
he's buggered off.
Yeah, I want to go to the herbalist. I have wine and I need some healing. I can teach her how to heal my muscle.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, so okay, yeah, because you're slightly scratched. Sure. So Grim spends
my critical wound.
Grim spends the evening trying to wine and dine. And for a change, the rat hole has a hell of a lot of food. And Alf is like, where the piss is the stove in here? You don't really have a kitchen. But anyway, let's roll some endeavours for today. And
I lose my crossbow again.
Yeah. Good fucking lord. Right, let's go. Let's see what terrible stuff happens here. Roll a quick charm test, Lazarus, for date night. Average, just to see how it goes. Pretty well. Yeah. She's quite swooned. And fairly lightweight on the alcohol, but you teach her a recipe. And you teach her to bandage your upper thigh. I'll give you that for now. Unusual mercenaries. One or more rare mercenaries turn up in a nearby settlement looking for work. A Tillian duelist of great repute. That is not bad timing. Birdmen of Katazar. Unemployed ogres. Oh, okay. I'm going to say now, Alf is like, don't want to speak to other ogres. Don't like them.
That's right.
Yeah, he's like, I just don't want anything to do with them. Come on. Okay. Oh, shit. It's probably going to be the company that he ran away from. Yeah.
But they'll train us. Look, the mercenaries will gladly train any character.
Yeah, but Alf's a deserter, so Alf, like, you're going to have to hide Alf. We'll do a roll for that at some point. We'll do a roll for Alf to hide himself.
I'll just do a charm test, be like, distraction.
Yeah, they are in a nearby settlement, so to be fair, it's just like, just don't mention too much about the ogre here, even though the whole of your town will be like, oh my god, we got an ogre. Anyway, we'll figure that out after the session. Basically, you can get trained in skills at a reduction in cost, which is not a bad shout, seeing as we might need a montage before next week when our group might have to go kill a giant because, well, see if you come up with some other ideas. Right, next roll. We've had Reinhard. Who's feeling lucky next?
I'll go.
My luck's been shit.
Skull plate. Let's see what we got. News within town is that there is a band of goblin pirates to the north.
Pirates.
They've come back again. Fortunately, Captain Lambert will probably kill everything. Or die. Like, I am going to allow NPCs to die as well, just as a heads up. Okay. Right, river folk are pretty screwed again. Right, Lazarus, how are you feeling? Are you feeling lucky?
Whew, well, I apparently used my one good roll. Well, let's do this.
But at least you got a good charm test with her.
Right.
I will say at this point... A reputable trader passes through town with a caravan full of leather armour.
Ooh, leather armor.
He's headed
Nice.
for Altdorf. Additionally, his prices are very low. PCs can get any type of leather armour 75% off of the typical cost.
Nice.
One piece a player.
75. 75% of, not off.
So yeah, 75% off.
25% discount.
75% of the typical cost. Yeah, so it's 25% off. Sorry.
That's not bad.
20. Yeah, that's poorly phrased by myself, but still 25% discount. Not bad if some of you are looking to upgrade. If only you had money or a means to get money, but a noble that wasn't fucked. Lazarus.
He's unfucked himself somewhat.
No, we'll see. Lazarus, I will point out that while you're there at the herbalist, she has said she's particularly gleeful that the book of her parents has appeared on her windowsill. The apothecary book. It was left there, and she's taken it as a sign that her parents are still alive. And somewhere she believes they are out there, and she's kind of contemplating going out to go find them. It's somewhere in the world, but I will say with your +4, if you wish to talk her out of it and just be like, no, Tom needs you.
Hell yeah, Tom needs this woman.
Yep, okay.
She is vital to the blood.
I will let you transfer your +4 into please stay the fuck here. We didn't kill your parents.
Honest.
Awkward. Who are we waiting on? Skullplate we've had. Have we had a Ralph? I'm saving Rex till last for Witch Hunters.
Yeah, Rex, Witch Hunters. Nice.
Dear. You can change your short-term ambition with a new one. We're going to be starting short-term ambitions after this session, so you can change it if you don't like the first one you come up with instantly, but then you'll have to lock it in. So basically, afraid not really much benefit for you.
Just nice weather.
Just nice weather. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Rex, how are you feeling about Witch Hunters right now?
Oh, feeling so good about them.
Okay, let's roll.
Oh.
Hey, that's for the best one. I will retype that into some sort of generic fluff. But a chill week for Rex, which is pretty cool. And on that note, we have to do a corruption roll for everyone. Now, there is a way I can do... let me find this out. So if I click on my little demon child here, if I click corruption moderate, everyone can click resist in the chat here. See where...
Endurance or cool?
Endurance.
What? Oh, is it physical corruption?
Yeah, you all got like histon and shit.
How
Is it
difficult?
normal?
Challenging.
Well, you just click on the resist button and then roll.
Oh. Ah, shit.
Can we roll this? Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay, there is so much going on right now. Oh my god, there's so much happening.
Failed.
Okay, right, we scroll up. Ralph.
I think everybody failed.
I think everyone's just gained 2 corruption that I can see.
Not me.
Except for Reinhard, who was like, yeah, I was drunk. It was just a baby. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yep. It was just a smoky baby. Like, man up. Yeah, I think for everyone else, that's...
I assume resolve does nothing. I can't.
Right, not
Just not.
for corruption. There are ways to remove corruption, as hopefully Sighard will try to find out at some point soon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping on by. It's been a pleasure. Players, well done for living and returning with a lot of loot. I will say to you, would estimate all of the shit you've gathered is maybe, if you sold it used, in the rough vicinity of like 25 plus gold. It's a fairly big haul. That's assuming you keep the cart. So could even be more.
Wow, yeah, okay.
It could be more depending on what you choose to do. If you use the food to feed the homeless and the people starving to death, less. If you feed people, more. We'll discuss that after the show. Thank you very much for stopping by, guys. Hopefully you like the spoopiness. There was just something different today, and spoopy things, bit of plot stuff. You're all wonderful, and we'll see you again next week. And I have no idea what the players are going to do. We'll find out soon. Oh,
Swadania.
Stop on you. That reminds me, we may do a tiny little thing of Celeb and Sighard, because kind of makes sense. We're going to do a little thing of what they were doing today. And I don't know when that will be, but hopefully this weekend. So I will give you as much notice as I can, but stay tuned for a mini Roll Corruption episode on the weekends. It will probably be like an hour and a half-ish. So, toodle pip, take care, cheerio.